Все на русском, никто ничего не поймет.
Особый русский колорит.
Да вообще. Well, I think it's going. Yes, I think those are the words that our every stream is gonna start with. Hello, Hippocat.
Hey! Finally, this is happening.
Yeah, I don't know why you're so eager to like. Haven't you seen all this? I mean, obviously you have. So, like, what's the deal?
Yeah, I have, but I want to see them again, and I want everyone to see them as well.
Sure. Well, I mean, you know what? I think I've got a better idea. How about go to Sky?
Are you fucking serious?
Hello, Vice Commander. Yes, I'm very serious. I'm so serious that like serious, double serious.
Hey, Vice Commander.
I don't think we've ever gotten to go to Sky, have we?
Well, I recall playing it. I don't remember if it was in co-op or if I was playing solo, but I remember being like severely butthurt from that. Also, Vice Commander, I checked out that band you suggested, and it's like pretty cool. I haven't listened to it much, but I just checked out a couple of songs and they sound alright. So thanks.
Right, well, I think the best start could be this. How about we're going to go over all the crap, right? So we might have to spend a stream and a half, I don't know. But I think let's start with super map.
Oh, wow. You see, that's why I wanted to see all that shit, because I completely forgot about this.
Well, I think best to get it out of the way before there are too many people watching. If I remember right, there's something that guarantees you don't play on tourist. Let me see. Ah, yeah. Hello, Pulse Dude.
Hello.
So, the map starts with some lagging, and then immediately we get information about having killed a kamikaze. That might not be indicating best things for us.
Nice.
Yeah, so tourist is out. Well, luckily it's not really a map so much as like a room. I wonder how many music copyrights I'm gonna get for this. Also, I'm not gonna translate, even try translating like anything. It's gonna be in
So I was
Russian.
like, where the fuck am I? My head is hurting. And Netrix says like, drink less.
Basically, they're all swearing and
And
using.
she says like, you got lost and you're in hell now. And so I was like, gee, I got to get out now. Well, fuck.
Yeah,
that
basically
sucks.
it's a parody map, and the story is that we had quite a party, got drunk, and now Sam is in hell. Also, I got 6 recognitions for copyrighted music for our last stream recording, which was a bit of a record. Ha! Well, possibly you missed our long talk about, you know, central processing, which is like that level is going to be forever associated with the topic of central processing for me now. Yeah, Vice Commander, yeah, that is that. That it is rather, I guess, whatever. And to be completely jarring, the fighting theme is from Killer Instinct. God damn it. You know what, I think I'm gonna play the maps that allow it, I'm gonna play them on tourist, because I don't think I'll be the best CSM player either right now. My mouse has this habit of, you know, sometimes when it gets stuck or something, I can't even really understand what happens, but sometimes when I kind of want to move it, maybe like it's an arm spasm or some stupid shit. I don't know. Sometimes I try to move the mouse to slightly adjust the cursor and it's just nothing is moving. Maybe the mouse is getting stuck to the pad, maybe it's just there's like a hair under there that prevents it from reading slight movements sometimes, but I don't know. Maybe it's just my hesitation. You know, there's one thing though I have to say about this parody bullshit. It was a bit of a challenge to in SiriusM in the editor to stretch the textures, like rotate and stretch them like here and get them to align on the fences over there as well. Ah, yes.
It's an ambush.
Yeah, Hippocate is gonna be our resident translator. Okay, I don't remember exactly, but I think you like maybe go around here. Yeah. Basically, since it's a parody map and that kind of shit, if you go slightly forward, there's a mount on giant orange reptiloid that spawns and kind of murders you. But if you know the tricks, there's also a secret. I think you can kind of just fucking jump out here. Yeah, you can complete outside of the map. Go check out these graphics, man. Holy crap.
High-res textures.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see some maps where I actually tried later. Thankfully, Poklatska works, and some of the later HSF maps also. I'm not like too ashamed of them at this point. There's like a few of them that are not completely outdated. Yeah, these are like, you know, those wooden CSM crates, and this is kind of a parody of stone CSM crates or something. Fuck. But yeah, this was basically welcome to the deathbed of our dreams. CSM second encounter. Ugh. How do I get up there? I forget. Maybe from the front. I just hope the guy doesn't spawn, because I know he spawns for some reason. At some point. Yeah, there we go.
This is a joke about Mortal Kombat.
Yep. Basically, Sam says that, yo, Goro, you should be at the end of this game. Yeah. I look forward to hearing you translate his final message about crap, Hypocat, by the way. Oh, right, yeah. Amazing super 3D object here. I'm just gonna... what's the word, like, gloss that over. And this isn't gonna work either, because... Oh shit, right, I need the cannon. Because this is kinda challenging otherwise. Because... Ambush, yeah, I have turned off the automatic weapon switch, and that thing, when you pick up the cannon, it spawns a colt on top of you, and therefore makes you change to that immediately, and kind of fucks with you in that way. Well, managed to fail this, and this is pretty much just tailored to not failing it. Well, at least I can claim that this is not a serious map issue. It is not. It's a serious Sam map, but not a serious map. Where? Oh, I guess he jumped over a crate somehow. Just. Oh boy.
What the fuck was that?
Well, he does say in the Russian version of first encounter after some fight, кому парной телятинки. Basically, who wants steamed, whatever the what? Bull meat is called. What was it called? I don't know. I didn't remember. So yeah, this textures lining here, it's like in 3ds Max, for example, when you do UV maps, it's this sort of stuff happens when you have an accident and accidentally do this. But in Serious Sam, you control texture mapping very differently, and this was a bit of a achievement for me that it all well, kind of aligns, I guess. The grades align slightly more. So translate these Hypocats in a second here.
Хотя, в принципе, все логично. Говно это плохо, ассистент. Да и весь этот уровень говно. И ты, играющий в это, тоже говно.
Okay, basically that was something like, oh no, this is a huge pile of shit and I have to climb it. But that's kinda logical, because shit is bad and we are in hell, so it makes sense. And also this level is shit, and you are the player, you are also shit. Fuck you.
That's quite accurate. Right, this was basically a parody on some rather... Actually, I think it was inspired by the Brothers Krasnopolsky's levels, right? I think it was. Since their
You
levels
think so?
featured, yeah. Their levels featured going to hell-ish dimensions at some point. I don't remember them very well. Yep.
Yeah, Antroid, you know, I just realized you might be giving people a not very good idea of your levels by choosing the first level where you like make a huge dick on the wall and like talk about shit and stuff.
Well, we can go into one of the better ones, I guess. It's a single one from an old idea. Oh man, gonna get copyright strikes for this as well, Zelda music. So, there was this level... I'm tourist? Yes, I'm a tourist. There was this level made by a guy on our forums that was basically like Mapper's Dream. It was called Mapper's Dream. I don't remember what the story was. I guess it was probably like a mapper falls asleep and that's the level he dreams up. And I had an idea for a project called Gamer's Dream. Posted that I just finished watching the 3rd season, literally minutes before the stream started. So basically my idea was Gamer's Dream, and it would be a few levels from various games, Nintendo games mostly, well I mean only Nintendo games I think. And the last level will be like some psychiatric ward where you wake up and find out, I don't know, something stupid like you're delusional obsessed gamer that was detained
Antroid.
for what?
Didn't you have a Master Sword model?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not. If you know Serious Sam, you know that that stuff is separate from the levels themselves, and I probably just not happen to have the growth file or whatever for the Master Sword replacing the knife, and that didn't even have animations anyway, so. I'm not sure how to enable it back, to be quite honest. It's probably somewhere on my computer. I actually just didn't think about it. But yeah, I only got as far as a bit of a Zelda-inspired level, and it's not really Zelda-inspired because it's never had castles like this, for example. And this awesome puzzle here, you need to look out this balcony with invisible walls and blow up that barrel for no good reason that explodes a wall. Ah yes, I remember all this. At least it looks kinda nice. So yeah, this was me genuinely actually trying to make a level, though I've got to say, back in the Serious Sam mapping days, I seriously had no idea. Like, you saw my Mario difficulty balancing, and I had kind of the same approach to Serious Sam, but I also didn't really have my priorities straight in terms of, you know, level layouts versus visuals versus gameplay versus the story versus atmosphere, or pretty much nothing. And a lot of my stuff had really stupid jokes in it, and just really stupid things that you had to know how to beat, because I was like, you fuckers don't know how to beat this, but I know, and stuff like that. So basically, I just didn't think about it from the perspective of someone who wants people to enjoy his levels. I was thinking from the perspective of someone who wants people to see his levels and go, ooh, this is well made. In some way. This is Zelda-ish. Chest opening. The helmets, I think, are the only thing I could put in the chest, because they, amongst all Serious Sam collectibles, this is the wall that explodes with the barrel, amongst all Serious Sam collectibles, the helmets for some reason have a small collision. All the other items you pick up through the chest. Or if
Couldn't you stretch them down?
I don't think you could stretch items down.
Also, you could make them, you know, spawn with a copier, like after you.
Well, yeah, but that would telefrag you if the collision is that wide, and if you open the chest.
It would? Really?
Of
Items
course.
telefrag you?
Of course they do. Items telefrag
Holy
you
shit.
and enemies. And one of my first levels that has not been saved anywhere, just kind of experimenting, I had an event where there would be that one giant red reptiloid, the same one we've seen in the last map, and he would be telefragged with a pill and just completely disappear and leave a huge blood stain on the floor and nothing else. Fossil Dude, I don't remember. Even if I was like, if I had screenshots from some of these, I've never, like, no one actually saw the levels themselves. I know there was one level, I'm gonna show it also, that I actually made as a test of sorts, but apparently I had a completely wrong idea about what makes level designer, because I really put effort into the visuals and the atmosphere and the looks, but I didn't really put much effort into layout, gameplay, also and stuff. And later found out that they were looking for something like someone could use assets that already existed and make something interesting, so I had to have interesting scenarios in the level instead of good looking. And really, I should have known that, because people who work in level design, they don't make art assets either. And about looks, usually there's like concept artists who take care of that, and we just have to, you know, make it an interesting level. But as I said, back then I really had no idea about anything, so that's the Zelda little small key, or I think it's called small keys, right? Also all the grass leaves these bullet holes which are repurposed as, you know, bush
So
holes.
Antroid, tell me, why the explosion just neatly exploded only some of the bricks?
You're gonna do the thing that I used to do to people, right? And just have
Yes.
these nitpicks. I don't know. They fell out. These bricks were brittle. You could blow on them and they would have turned to dust, but that was the way to blow on them, with an explosion. I think of everything, Hippocats. You cannot catch me on anything here. Besides, it's Zelda. Who cares? Also, I think this. Oh wait, fuck! I'm gonna cheat myself some weapons, and there is a secret that you would be supposed to get here after you get the shotgun, but I don't think there's actually like a gettable shotgun. This brick is different, and kind of like in Zelda where you have bombs, you know, and all that stuff. I made it so some walls you could only break with a shotgun, not with regular pistols or anything. And basically this here you can break, and there's for some reason a spinning beat, I think it's called, texture image there for no good reason. It's just kind of there. So that was mildly amusing, I would think. And I think this thing also should, yeah, there's a Tommy gun.
That's the beauty of Serious Sam, because the game just doesn't have built-in options for, you know, making stuff like this, stuff that you can only destroy with a shotgun. But with creative usage of, you know, game assets like triggers and shit, you can do all kinds of crap in Serious Sam, and this is fascinating.
Yeah, but actually, if I remember right, didn't you also come up with an algorithm, like with a system to do something like that, exactly like that, but better than I? Or was it someone else?
Yeah, that was me, I think.
Because my system was kind of stupid, if I remember correctly. I don't remember how it even works.
I recall that you just didn't realize that after deactivating the trigger count goes down to 0.
Ah, yeah. I had something that like finished up counting, like... Well, I mean, people probably won't understand in the chat, so, or in the streams. Basically, I had a system that, you know, figured out if if the wall was shot enough times in a short amount of time, and if it hadn't, there had to be like a counting variable, basically, that would have to count the maximum to reset. I didn't need to do that because, as Hippocrat said, there was a way to reset it otherwise. But I reset it in a slightly convoluted way. That's, I think, the extent that kind of shows what my error was. I could play all this in normal, because I like to think that despite my lack of, you know, proper difficulty balancing, in some places I had quite interesting fights, but you know what, I just can't be arsed to try, because I kind of want to get through these things quick. It's painful to play these old levels, to see all the stuff that never came to anything. Not really, but you know, kind of slightly uncomfortable. You're making me do this, Hippocrat, I hate you forever. But yeah, total Zelda without actually being inspired by any Zelda location, because Zelda never had these styles of castles. But you know, like the decor has Triforces in it, the music is from Zelda, but looks kind of like it takes place in Scotland or something, I don't know. I think the general landscape style was inspired by what I imagined, like the hills and plains of Scotland, but without trees or something, I don't know. Basically, I didn't want to make trees, because fuck it. This place kind of looks nice. Okay, this I think is like remnants of some sort of puzzle. You know, in Zelda there are those crystals that you strike with a sword or shoot with an arrow and they do something. If I remember right, you had to get the shotgun somewhere else and then you'll be able to solve this puzzle. This opens that, and this opens that, and there's something happens there, and basically you could go around there, but you wouldn't have any time, that would close back. But if you had a shotgun, you can break this, and you can just fall down there and finish doing the puzzle. There is another crystal to hit there. And that opened... Well, I mean, it doesn't open anything here now, but it was supposed to do something. Because this is basically where it stops. Like, there's the corridor that goes nowhere. There's that neat looking window with a tree model from the game that I don't even recall where it was ever used. And there's this box that you push into a little bit of a catacomb that is just pretty much the end of it. Probably should have hit third person to see how Sam pushes this crate. And she just kind of walks into it. Yeah, this is pretty much the last room. Most of this is unfinished, and most of the things you're gonna see are actually way older than this. This is one of my later things, so it's one of the better ones as well. But other stuff is gonna be mighty shit. I don't know why there's pipes. Blah 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 blah, and that's pretty much that. And this architecture is inspired by Doom, I think. Because, you know, sector shapes and what. Yeah. There was supposed to be a last level that I kind of started. Unfortunately, it's not gonna have that one thing that skipped. Why do I keep going into split screen instead? That one thing that kept scaring me. Where is it? Where was the stuff? Yeah, there we go. This is basically just some. This would be a room where we emerge. Actually, the room is there, kind of. But for some reason, yeah, there's events that are supposed to happen here, switch between different textures on this room. But for some reason, I kind of disabled it in this level and put the player outside. Maybe I was testing it, I didn't want to see through this sequence every time. But yeah, you can see there, under some textures, there's a padded room here. And there's, if I remember correctly, you can see that there's in places, some polygons are like cut and textures are kind of shifted, and that I remember that was accompanied like the normal walls would switch to this, like kind of what you can see now here on the floor, would switch to that, accompanied by sound of scissors cutting. So that was like, I don't know, maybe that was interesting. Maybe I have to remember that idea. But basically here is like a maze, and you follow this pipe, which I don't know how you would know to do that. There's grates in your way. Hello, Atistab.
Hello.
Tomb Raider 4, never played that actually. I never played any Tomb Raiders, to be honest, apart from that one reboot, not the sequel to reboot, but the original reboot. But I didn't get very far because I didn't like it. Yeah, basically kind of walk around the gratings and you reach another one and to go around. There was that little zombie model that I have for a different level, and I put it around the corner somewhere around here, which it's not like it was, I think, standing right here. And one time after I was testing this, after some break, some hiatus of not working at this level, I forgot the zombie was there and I legitimately jumped in my chair. So that was a fun moment that I will remember fondly. But yeah, basically kind of follow here. This was a pain in the ass to arrange using moving brushes. Brushes. Basically for each of these squares there is the moving brush and two maybe moving brush markers, and when you enable the editor view with all the entities in it, that looks like a huge mess. But we start that, basically the pipe kinda reroutes and it leads you back around. I honestly have no idea where like this part at all. Oh shit! I missed that effect. Ah, you know what, this effect deserves being shown. Sam had portals, the old series Sam had portal technology, kinda like, you know, Portal. But it wasn't perfect, but you could use it for some kind of fascinating effects, and I think I made some use of it around here. Let me quickly just do this again, because it's actually very short if you go immediately where you need to activate that, follow the pipe back, and when I get into that darker corridor, after 2 turns, watch the front, like there's the passage that used to be here, right? And as I walk forward, there's that great thingamajig. As I walk forward, watch as it gets replaced by a slope upwards. Whoop. That's basically a portal that kind of moves out, I guess, of the way. I don't remember how exactly it's made. And there's basically, this is pretty much the end of what I had here, and there's like, ooh, shit, blood. And there's that corridor that kind of runs away from you. Might have been inspired by something from Paper Mario, if I remember right, in one of the dungeons. But yeah, that would be it. And then it would end like you would break out of this asylum, walk a bit through the city, and get killed somehow, if I remember right, or something. And it would end with credits from Mario World music that we heard yesterday when I finished Worldwide 2. Remix of that, I think, from Brawl, Smash Bros. Brawl, which actually is where this music is from. And basically it would be, so like, you died and then got into the land of video games where you wanted to be all alone or something. Shall we? You know what should I do, Hippocat Cheese or the horror bullshit?
Let's do the horror bullshit.
Let's do the horror bullshit. Oh fuck, on Tourist is not gonna go very far. Well, actually the intro is a separate thing. So the music from Gish, which is kind of a nice game made by the guy who made Super Meat Boy and you know, Isaac. This was supposed to be a little horror map set based around an idea that I actually am saving for a future potential thing. Around, well, it's a different planet and, you know, space exploration, expedition, whatever. But basically there's supposed to be this black biomass, eternally black, like perfectly black, because it soaks up all energy that it possibly can, including light. It doesn't reflect any light ever, so it's always just like, you know, pitch black, perfect black, no glare on it, no shining, no anything. And of course it eats everything that's warm and everything that has any light on it. And basically I think the idea was that like the whole inside of the planet was filled with it. And well, we didn't know it, but some people like went down, got some samples, and then shit broke down. And also stuff goes a bit crazy because there is an implication. There was supposed to be an implication that like a single molecule of this, or a cell, I guess, a single cell of this biomass was supposed to have gotten into Sam's brain, and it would be messing with his head, so he would be seeing really strange things and places. Okay, so among other things, this level had a feature of ending early on easier difficulties, kind of like Konami games. So I will have to play on normal, but I don't think there's actually... No, there is pretty tough shit here. But we'll see. If I get troubles, I'm gonna cheat, because I mean, seriously, I'm gonna cheat. Also, I had all the items, instead of, you know, swirling in air. They were all kinda laying realistically. That was a pain in the ass to set up, and didn't always work anyway. I think there's like a head here, yeah. On one of the easier...
Scary.
Spoopy. On one of the easier difficulties, I think jumping down there to see the head like triggered a slightly different ending or something. Then don't ask me what the fuck that is, I don't know. I was just, you know, lazily throwing together a placeholder logo for some sort of, you know, evil corporation. And this... I don't know why Earth is potato shaped. But basically think that Deus Ex thing where there's like two hands around an Earth, and that's yeah, kind of close to that. Yeah. So this like
real close.
very close. I think like I did my best. Actually, at the moment maybe it was my best. That's little thing. Yeah, thankfully, health items, even if you don't pick them up due to having full health, they do send the like event of being picked up, so I could move them from under the floor so that you wouldn't later pick up an invisible medkit, and then of course I could go and hide the medkit thing. Okay, one of the early endings there would just be a guy standing here saying like, yo, there's just 3 mental monsters that broke out, never mind, everything's fine. I think that's the tourist ending. Oh, and this here thing that I always point out, there's a shadow from this pipe somehow, I think, goes on there, and on the ceiling it transforms into, you know, that little cable, bunch of cables, I don't know, I always thought it looked kinda neat. Subtly. Also there was to be non-linearity, so around here there's, I'm gonna save properly. Oh, I already have a save here from, I guess maybe that forum thread that I mentioned earlier. Basically you could go in either direction and it would be completely different parts of this level. And actually different second levels also. Okay, that guy is running away from us, but he's not actually a real enemy, I don't think. He's just a model that moves away, and he's never there when you chase him. It's just kind of psych you out. Man, I'm wasting all my ammo. I'm gonna suck in this little fight. I don't know why I did the, like, you know, reactor acting up with these circles of electricity traveling up and down. I have no idea what I was thinking with them, but
Well, it kind of works, I guess.
I don't think it really works at all, but sure.
Well, it works for me.
Well, everything works for you, so I don't know. I mean, you said music and Shiz was good, so I don't trust you anymore with quality assurance of my stuff. I guess I kinda trust you on fanfics still, but not on, you know, serious Sam levels. Wasn't there ammunition in one of these corners? I could have sworn I put some somewhere. Maybe not. Anyway, that person, which is scary as hell, as we all know. Yeah, VersaLife, you know? That was the thing from Deus Ex that I was thinking. The Hong Kong building thing where we go, and there's that one of the best music tracks, I think. And it also It features in the intro as well, and maybe in the outro one. I think in all the outros, maybe even.
The best music track is Yunatka though.
I don't know. Yunatka was good, but I never really held a specific fondness. I like the Paris music. I like most of the music from Deus Ex, really. And lately I found a soundtrack that isn't like the official soundtrack, but instead it has even dialogue music, which is surprisingly different. And you never hear it in any soundtracks. And it's, there is some or dialogue or cutscene music or something like that, which I don't even remember hearing it in the game. But even for level 1 or even fucking training levels, it has some pretty cool notes in there. So yeah, Deus Ex 1 music is great, but I think originally my favorite tracks were when you arrive at Area 51, there was a dramatic track, and I liked VersaLife, the music from VersaLife, and I liked the Paris music that had an organ in the beginning of it. I think, ironically enough, it started in the sewers, you arrived somewhere through the sewers, and when the level loads, you got this doo-doo-doo thingy. That was totally not the melody that played there, but you know what I mean.
It was like the beginning of Deus Ex theme, I think. And it plays only once, right?
Wait, beginning of Deus Ex what? Ah, Deus Ex, yeah.
Deus Ex menu theme.
Yeah, theme. I figured out what you said, yeah. No, I promise I can hum the theme better. I sometimes forget the order of parts in the theme, but I usually can kinda hum it. It's one of the music tracks that I hum. Mostly it's music from Doom, though. Really like humming music from Doom when I walk down anywhere, really. And that one music track from Might and Magic 8 that is supposed to play in the Plane Between Planes but doesn't. Right, is everyone dead, or are my triggers not working properly? I have a feeling that my triggers might not be working properly. Hello, Vadim. No, HippoCat convinced me. Oh, hello. I'm actually Longcat. By the way, HippoCat really begged me to play basically my old levels, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna play anything that I didn't make. Basically, I'm just showing HippoCat my support for sticking with me in all these streams by playing something that he wanted to see. Actually, it was a nice idea. I like revisiting my past levels, despite what I said earlier. Still kind of fun. Here, this little super obvious trick. You have to shoot the wires, which fucks everything up. Bam, shut down. Emergency light. How the fuck did I survive that battle? I remember it being harder. Oh well.
Maybe you're just better at the game now.
Nah, that couldn't be it. Okay, I think you need to move back and forth here. Back here, a lift. Is there? Oh fuck, there's someone somewhere. Well, I can hardly see anything, especially considering.
You just got crushed by the lift a little.
Oh, cool. But I mean, I have two lights here, so my monitor's glitching pretty bad. I'm gonna please God, because that sounded wrong. I'm gonna input invincibility.
And you got hit by the elevator again.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to trigger it so I can step on it. Okay, there we go. There was someone on it, yeah. Somehow he died. I'm not gonna even bother. I'm gonna just use my knife here. Why is CSM 1 the only game where the melee weapon is viable throughout the entire fucking thing? There's the scary black shit kinda seeping through everything in a really half-assed way, but what can you do in Sam with moving brushes? There's supposed to be a place to drop down around here someplace, I think maybe close to this side. Oh no! I don't know why there's lava here, by the way, don't even ask. Yeah, I'm gonna keep calling you Longcat because I don't like W in names. This is music from Extreme G2 that I remember mentioning before in one of the streams, and I remember saying that I thought it was drum and bass, and that was one of the preferred genres, if I remember correctly. I should remember because me and Alucard did that thing where we changed his signature. Something like, instead of drum and bass fan, it said dumbass fan or something.
Good old times.
Yeah. I haven't actually played a slow map that had drum and bass. Drum and bass? I don't know. I always pronounce it bass. Sue me. And by sue me I don't mean like with a thread and needle, I mean in court.
So wait, how did you end up in a sewer from like some weird black place?
You can end up in a lot of strange places from a weird black place, but you know, it was just caves that you were actually walking in the, like in the middle of all the black stuff all around you. That you could see there, the lava just kind of went to a black polygon that was supposed to be that. I don't know why it wasn't immediately growing and eating up the lava, but logistics of the physics of, I mean, the biology and all that was a bit questionable. And I guess you kind of walk forward, and then there's this big gap and you fall into this pipe, which I think actually is kind of nicely textured considering what you can do in Serious Sam. By textured, I mean, like, you know, texture mapped. Cylinders were a bit of a bitch to texture, but I figured out a way. There was that projection mapping thing, and you make a four-sided column, you want to say column, like cylinder, whatever, of the same dimensions as the cylinder, and then you pick the polygon and you project the texture, like, I mean, you align the textures on four-sided polygons, which is easy when you just make them, like, you know, fit the shortest, and then you project them on the polygons of the multi-vertex thing that are under one of the four. Basically, that's you know, my explanation is going to be as bad as that, and there's nothing you can do about it. Gotta keep the trade secrets. Vice Commander Extreme G2, I mean, I don't like racing games in general, I was never good at Extreme G2, but I think it's alright, it's pretty cool. I really like the PC version's music, I really like the tracks by which I mean the, you know, where you race. They're way more diverse than Extreme G1s, at the very least I can say that, and slightly interesting. Okay, this music is actually from Warped. There was one of the levels in Warped that had this music where you also walked on walls and ceiling. I think it was supposed to be inspired by Zelda-inspired, but maybe just general, you know, space station horror motif. I could not use this. So the version of the sewers, there's two different versions depending on where you go in that one fork in the ventilation on the previous level. And the difference, well, I mean, it's completely different places, but one of the big differences is when you go this way, you disable that one generator that we disabled by shooting one of the wires inside it. And basically that means that there's less light in the base and there's less of the black stuff everywhere because it had less, you know, energy to feed upon somehow. I don't know, it works out logic. So on this path there's less of the black stuff everywhere, and on the other path where you would go if you don't blow up the generator, and by blow up I mean disable, there would be huge parts where you just fucking run away from walls of black stuff chasing you through the tunnels. We'll see it a bit later. There is also a little secret armor here, but you have to swim from way over there, and I'm gonna do that. I'm just showing that this is here. I don't remember if there's a reason to not go straight here, but instead go here. Maybe there's items. I think there might be items in this pipe. Oh, they're coming from behind. But yeah, I'm totally keeping the black matter, biomatter idea for some other potential idea later.
For some other thing you will never probably do.
Yeah, but at least, you know, I will never abandon ideas. I will abandon projects, but ideas, they will live forever. Until I die, and everyone who knew them. But that's, I mean, that's inevitable, so... Also, I think the frogs are inevitable, so in this place I think they spawn like there's 99999 of them, so you don't even have to... You just have to kind of, you know, jump around. Somewhere around here there was that one door. There we go, I think it was here, but you need a key card. I don't even remember where the key card is. This keycard slot looks really cool. I really like how I made it. Oh yes, I have God mode on. I don't know why I'm even freaking out. It was made from, I think, the texture that is used here as well. The outside part just kind of sliced into this, which looked alright.
Yeah, there was just that time when you kind of know how to use the editor, but you can't be arsed to like make new textures and new stuff. So you just have to get creative with the vanilla content.
Exactly, yeah, that was fun fun time. There's the card here with a portrait. I think this is like, this reminds me of Flashback heavily from just, you know, this faceless portrait. And what our objective here, actually, we need to dive down here, which is completely unobvious, but you know, we need to dive here. We can swim under the gratings all the way to that one armor, but actually what we need to do is swim downwards, but we cannot because there's water pressure, and we need to disable it somehow, and basically we go where we can go and it all works out. This is how it always works. And while fighting this rain of infinite frogs. Put the thing in here. This opens. There's a bunch of valves just kind of broken off, casting shadows. It's like, holy shit, I can make models now. I'm gonna abuse that. I think there's one, yeah, that you can rotate. Shut off the stream, it's called. And now the pressure has been disabled. And there's that place where, good luck to me in navigating that bullshit, even though it's a straight corridor, but it's like completely dark, and especially for me here. I'm gonna swim alongside the wall to make sure I don't get rotated, turned around rather, because it's like a really long underwater corridor, which is supposed to make you think that it's not actually going anywhere. Back in, it was, you know, the days when in video games swimming underwater was scary because you would run out of oxygen and without finding your way out, and it was a really scary situation because you were actually scared of, you know, dying in video games. It doesn't happen anymore, and it's just annoying, but back in the day it used to be emotionally effective. Just up here, if I try to go slightly further, there will be a wall. You just have to trust me on that. So you have to kind of scam your way up that polygon up here in this room. Pick up double shotty from another dead guy. There's some cutscene here that something is gonna change here, if I remember right. Ah, the hole is no longer there that we came through. Instead there's pipes and enemies are gonna start coming. And I don't know what this music is. I know that my friend from school recommended it for me or something. I think that's it. And I cut it into several parts.
You will probably know when the copyright strikes.
Exactly. That's actually, you know what, that's a good system to find out what music something is. You can't just rely on people remembering, like post on Reddit or something. There's probably a subreddit for, you know, like, tell me what music track this is. But it's much more reliable to just post it on YouTube. How do these people keep, you know, there's the channels that just upload tons of soundtracks. How do those stay alive, I wonder?
I don't know, it's magic.
Maybe they just have the same thing which happens to my Super Mario World recordings, where they just kind of say like, yo, you cannot monetize this. In fact, Nintendo's gonna monetize this, but you're not gonna, you know, have any problems with it. I find amusement in the fact that Nintendo has 6 times monetized my last video where we talk about central processing or playing Super Mario World hacks based on music.
I'm sure that's the stuff that Nintendo is very interested in.
Definitely.
Wants to associate with.
Yep. And apparently you didn't have to kill the people in the pipes, so now like the room changed back and we can dive back in, and this passage here is now open, so we make another journey just like the first one. Tedious, just like I like it.
I somehow remember that one place that I made where you are in a long and narrow corridor and you only have a chainsaw, and there's like thousands of Gnayars just coming at you.
Did I see that?
Yes, you did.
I remember something like that, but I don't remember where it was from. I remember some of your maps. I even have, while I was checking out my list of maps, I saw a little prefab room. You might remember that, maybe. Wait, fuck, I lost. Did I lose? No, I didn't lose. My way, I mean. And here we are back in what looks like the room where we started after falling out of that pipe. But it's not, I mean, it's obviously just a copy of it. There's some frogs that kind of dropped from here. There's that corridor where there was armor. Now the room down there is just blocked by a giant wall of blackness. Yeah, I'm gonna say blackness instead of black because it's a proper noun. And this pipe is a different direction, so we just kind of jump down here. And before we do this level, I'm gonna do the... Oh, let's just load. I'm gonna do the other path. I think... Yeah, I didn't go up here, so... This is the other way
Hey,
from the first level. This is how you get the Tommy gun. What happens in here? I think there's not even much in here. I think that level might just end. Kind of the same thing, you fall into caverns here, yeah. Immediately the caverns are slightly different. Navigate by these little lava. Yeah, you can see here there's just, you know, wall of black, not lit in any way.
Do you like die if you touch it normally?
The sides, the walls are, you know, the lava surface, which kind of slightly drains your health a little bit if you keep touching it. Because I thought it would be, even back in the day, I understood it would be too cruel to make it instant death, bumping into walls here. Could be an interesting mechanic if there was, you know, more lava everywhere, and the black walls were clearly visible. Because most other black walls everywhere, you touch them, you die immediately, but not in the caves there, down there. Maybe it was supposed to be like actually proper cave walls, but you know, slightly just kind of smeared with the black ooze. Yo, this makes it...
Wait, how did you do that? Did you synchronize that like water drop in the animated texture or what?
Nah, that's a... I think this the water drop like is a particle effect or something. Is an effect. I'm pretty sure it's an effect in one of the, you know, the same thing where you can make the demon demon reptiloid swirly thing when he summons a fireball. You can make that like happen, or a explosion or blood puffs or smoke. And I think one of the effects was, you know, the water splash. And this is just, you know, a moving brush that moves back and forth and all sorts of shit. It was slightly tedious to make the stuff back in the day. And I think there's even a fork in this level early on. Yep, right here there is. I'm gonna save. Wow, this doesn't even have a name. Because if you go here, black stuff is gonna come from that grating straight at you. And you have to either run from it through the corridors, or you can run backwards where it just came from. And you can only do that if you follow this wall like that. If you hug it. If you go back through here, there is a different path you can take through the level.
You know, I never understood why Crow Team made that super fucking annoying message about like reading the messages you have.
Yeah, that kinda sucks. Especially when you... I think in some of my levels and some other levels I've seen there's like, you know, people say things through trigger messages and that completely fucks them up. I wonder if Boss Strat is gonna come today, because I think I've got a few of his levels, including in a Krasnoyarsk Rescue alternate version. Huh. Might even show that, or whatever the fuck that ruffle puck thing was. I think it kind of works still.
Wait, Boss Thread is someone from Semomania?
No, but I have a feeling that he is someone I know. He referred to me as Ant once in the comments in the chat, and that is... no one does that besides some people. Just suspicions, but you know. If he comes, maybe we'll have it confirmed or denied. Battle, fighting. Maybe it's disappointing to some people that I'm using God mode for this, but you know, suck my dick. No, actually don't. But there are better levels to play fairly than these, because these are very annoying, if I remember correctly. Because
Well,
you know,
I'm mildly disappointed. You know,
I'll
you could
play
use at
HSF
least
with normal.
refresh instead of God.
Yeah. 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 Oh shit, you can also go down this pipe, and there's another little fork, if I remember. Yeah, you could go there for something else. You can go down this pipe for a shortcut. Let me see. Can you? Yeah, and you end up here, and that's a place you can visit from the other side as well. So basically super non-linear. But yes, I was about to say, you know, back in the day I thought that good horror games, I didn't think of Amnesia style stuff, which actually would have been kind of fun to make in Series M, I think. but if it would be possible, I don't know if it would be possible. But I figured that for a game to be scary, for a game where you can fight back to be scary, the fight back should be very challenging and frustrating. Kinda like, I mean, it used to be that in games like Alien vs Predator, for example, which I considered horror. Yeah, fuck! Right, that's what happens there, because there are fans on the wall, I forgot. Some serious platforming that we have to do. I was always alright with some platforming, but you know, when I made platforming situations, there's always like one right way to do them, which you had to pretty much know or figure out painstakingly or accidentally make. So, just like my Mario levels, since I've forgotten the trick, this might be a bit annoying. Yeah, but let's say that I did that because, you know, maybe if I held shift, I would not have slipped off the pipe.
I'm noticing that your player name is Superman.
Yeah,
Do you still have those models?
dude, of course I do. Ah, fuck you, harpies.
You gotta show them off.
Sure. I mean, they don't work in single player though. Oh, but I can probably go into player mode. Ah, no, you can't change it in single player either. Well, after the horror stuff, which I say with air quotes, I'm gonna go and show those models because they're some like the best models I've ever seen. So you travel along the pipes, blah 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 blah. Now this guy kind of glance at you. He doesn't have his head anymore for some reason. He has a flashlight made out of Babylonian tower.
Oh wow, that's a nice design for a flashlight.
Yep. Decorative, very decorative. And you get his double shotty.
Man, if you bothered enough to make models for like all kinds of stuff, you might as well make a model for a fucking flashlight. I mean, it's a simple
Well,
shit.
this was before. I think the valve parts were the only things that I made for, well, I was able to make, and I didn't know how to unwrap like texture map anything. So I think you would have noticed if I paid any attention to it that the valves, they might have just had a projection mapping thing instead of proper mapping. Oh, little gnars. You gotta have little gnars. Oh shit, black stuff is coming up. And that's this, as you might have guessed, that over there is that pipe that you drop from. Basically, you skip your chance to get double shotty, but you don't have to be bothered with that room in general if you fall down the pipe. How would the player know this? They wouldn't, you're right. And here's a section of the level that used to completely just crash your SAM inexplicably. And if it does, I might have problems getting it to run again, so we'll see. I'm not sure why. Maybe because there's, you know, all sorts of enemy counters and enemies are spawned with copiers instead of enemy spawners. And there's that one health bar, I think, maybe, or maybe I didn't use health bars, I don't remember.
And why do you spawn enemies with copiers?
Because
Want them to be infinite or what?
yeah, in this particular battle, you just have to kill like enough enemies in general, but whatever you kill gets spawned again. So basically I kill chainsaw guy, another one spawns, I kill two gnars, or I kill a gnar, another two spawn or something, I kill skeleton, another one spawns. But you can keep killing one, and eventually they all will run out. Kind of like a point system, and I think gnars were worth 1 point, and these guys were worth 2 points, skeletons and the chainsaw people. Yeah, I think since the gnars are the easiest, yeah, killing every single one spawns 2 more, so they could overwhelm you if you kept killing them.
Really? Each gnair spawns 2 more gnairs? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, if you just keep killing them, the game will just fucking freeze eventually.
Well, I mean, as I said, it all runs out at some point, they stop spawning when the fight is done, like so. And now eventually they will all disappear and the grate will be able to actually raise. Come on, there we go. Second part. I think this is more regular, so maybe if I remember correctly, the danger might have passed already. How did that guy die immediately after I shot him once with a single shot? I don't know.
You hit his weak spot.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, cheating, my friends, is great. I remember back in the old days, I couldn't imagine playing some games without cheating. Like GTA games, the 3D ones, I beat them several times with cheating exclusively because I couldn't even imagine being bothered to play them fairly because I thought it would be just a giant pain in the ass and just impossible. But on the cops, there's danger everywhere at every time and I just couldn't handle that back in the day. So in any game that allowed it, I used to cheat initially, then I stopped. Alright, fuck! I could have gone there as it was rising and gotten the something double shot, I guess, again. But now that the thing has risen, you can go into that pipe and end up in the same steamy, what was it, like bathhouse or something, where we stopped last time. But there's that one last thing to show here, last part of the style, which actually isn't. Oh, hello! I knew this could happen. So give me a second, I'll get it running again. I hope I do though, because I had problems with it yesterday, or whenever it was that I tried it last time. But should be alright. Could be alright, I mean. At least the icon of Serious Sam, the splash logo thingamajig has appeared. So maybe if I just don't do anything rush. Yep, there we go. Back in action. Just gonna change the resolution back to 800 by 600. Boom, 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 boom. Move into the corner. Share screen with Hippocat. And hopefully, yeah, OBS is still catching it. So there we go. Back in business. Well, I mean, the rest, like that other path through that level, pretty much involves just, you know, running through tunnels. But I might not have a save point closer to it. Let's try this. I guess it might have been a quick save. Yeah. Please, ghost. I'm gonna skip that battle. I think it's possible to just go into that one pipe. Huh, so I guess this might get hidden and the animation stopped. Is done later, not immediately after the level starts. Alright, which one is the lowest pipe? I think it's that one that we go into. I think the cutscene should still go, even if we haven't done the battle itself. Fuck! It throws me out. Is it the lowest one? Yeah, I think it is. Fuck! Hopefully maybe I can go. I think it might be actually, there might be protection against this.
Oh wow, past Antroid screwing future Antroid.
How novel. Fortunately, I don't seem to have any save games from the other levels, so I guess we'll have to. You know, quickly go through the fight using Please Kill All. Hopefully, we can get to the next level. But yeah, the other side, I guess there is nothing but, you know, that one corridor where the cutscene played about the thing coming out of the grate, and basically just kind of run through a bunch of those corridors, and there's nothing more than that. Please kill all. Where are you? Oh, that's from the last session. Right. Alright, I don't have God on anymore. Okay, first half done. At least we are getting more time with the music track so that YouTube can pick up on it later. Enough. Wow, those guys are strange. They don't show up on my cursor indicator, and they don't die immediately. They die immediately. They don't take any bullets. Ooh. Okay, didn't crash. All right. There's some other music track now that I think about, and I think it's some sort of famous, really famous one that I was the last person that didn't know it. Of course, first we have this amusing cutscene with a lobster boil. It was yellow when he fell down, if I remember right. Is there music? Yeah, there is something.
Oh, the suspense.
Yeah. I mean, it's a horror level pack, so you should have jump scares. Hello, Sabiente.
Hello. Oh no!
He boiled.
You know, that reminds me about that GIF I've seen on IDDQD where like a bunch of Hell Knights go into a bus, house, and like Barons of Hell come.
Yeah. I think I've seen something like that. But basically, this level is giving that everyone is slightly red. In the beginning, only red enemies are used, but then some of the more regular enemies are slightly tinted red. I think this whole level wasn't just inspired by the music track, because I thought, what would it work in? Immediately, like super hot, steamy catacomb place. I don't know, mountains area. Just kind of the first image appeared in my head when I listened to the music track. Another one recommended to me by my friend. I got it from. It was back in the days where we had like local, our neighborhood's FTP server, where we were sharing pirated music and movies and porn and whatnot, games. So, I mean, several FTP servers just maintained by random people from our neighborhood. Man, that was some strange stuff back in the day. I don't even remember much of it.
I didn't have any of that because I only had dial-up for the longest time, and then I had DSL, and I never had this like LAN networks.
I also remember taking my CSM levels on what are these called, like diskettes, not floppy disk. No, floppies are floppy, but those are not floppy. But or are they also called floppy disks, despite not being floppy?
Yeah,
the ones that have
floppies.
1 megabyte and a half, basically, zipping my CSM deathmatch levels, then dividing them into parts, fitting them on diskettes, and bringing them over to that guy so that we could play. He had 2 computers, and that was before I had internet. Where is that? You know what? He got stuck somewhere in the geometry. I always liked spawning enemies by having them fly out of somewhere like that. And then in Series M2 they had that officially, so that was nice. Let's write this team. And if you remember the intended mechanics of the black ooze, this seems like the place for it to grow, so it's gonna show up sooner rather than later around here. Should I slightly raise the music volume, Hippocate? What do you think?
I don't know, I guess you could, because I cannot really hear it very well.
Let's equalize. Well, I mean, you wouldn't be able to hear it in the midst of battle anyway, but And yeah, as I said, I'm gonna be playing without cheat codes in some of the other levels. These ones are not supposed to be like, casually beaten like that. I wouldn't be able to play well on stream. Yeah. Well, thanks, random letters. Back when I started, I don't think there were many Turok 2 LPs, and nowadays I think there might be better ones. I would especially have enjoyed if there would be blind Let's Plays of Turok 2, but when I try to search for that, I obviously only get like blind 1 bots or something in my results. As I've said many times, I still have no idea what was appealing about that Let's Play to anyone. I guess maybe I was unintentionally funny back in the day, where I was stupid enough to make, you know, really strange mistakes in the language or really strange, say, just kind of awkward things, but now by getting slightly better at that, I'm no longer as entertaining as I used to be. Or maybe it was just the time where, you know, YouTube wasn't oversaturated with Let's Plays.
Yeah, people were easily amused back in the day.
Yep. I mean, judging by some of the awesome popular channels nowadays, they still are, kind of. But you have to break through to be in that position. And it's not just about the quality of content, it's just about circumstance that makes you well known. And then you can produce shit and it still be enjoyed because, you know, people just have... They need an excuse to choose something to watch because there's too much out there they could watch. And one of the most easy excuses to choose is picking like the most popular and pretty much approved, widely approved sources of entertainment, and not bother with something that you could waste your time on and it will turn out to be kind of crap, or not reliably good, or dead, or something. Yeah, slightly red and steamy kamikaze blowing up, and of course the blood and guts. Color scheme, man. Color scheme. Actually, this looks kinda terrible, you know, from the visual standpoint. And completely out of place with the mood of the entire level pack, so I don't know why it's even here. A little bit of a break after the spooky levels. Ah man, this is gonna be a bit tedious maybe. Or maybe not. Yeah, I should be ending here. One last fight in the next room. And this here effect of the dark stuff going out from the pipes is also made by portals. If you watch the particles, the like water spray there, you could probably see that it also gets kind of cut from one version to another as the portal moves.
Man, you've always been pretty creative with the camera work. And I just could never bother with fucking cameras in serious sense because they are just so annoying to set up.
Yeah, well, it was one of those fun things. I always wanted to be cinematic back in the day. Or at least, you know, in some ways. Yeah, this is that one fight which is incredibly difficult until you realize that if you move up and down, they have zero chance against you because, you know, they don't really travel vertically as fast as they do sideways. And if I was playing this normally, without cheat codes, I would use this tactic, going up and down. But, since I'm using cheat codes, and this shit is almost done anyway, we gotta move on to more interesting things from me. I've shown this off back in that one Semimania thread, but I have not shown off HSF, though I think everyone relevant has seen it already by now. Vice Commando, I don't care. I'm not monetizing my videos, and they might just, you know, restrict my monetization, but what else can they do? Though I don't know. They could destroy my channel, and that would be a good excuse to stop streaming.
You know, just for shits and giggles, you could throw that recording out to a serious site and see what people think about it.
What recording? You mean the
The
stream?
recording of this stream, yes.
Oh. How would I do that? Serious site is shit. Well, now I can't do that. I actually don't know.
Now you have to do that. Well, I mean, it's like the only Russian community
Left
nowadays, isn't it?
Well, it was shit back in the day, I guess, when I was around still. People, someone stole and published my Poklatska, I think. And someone asked to use my models from there. I know I couldn't prevent them, so I just agreed. Okay, this level is already like not finished, so there's not much. Nah, long cat, it's not happening. I'm not uploading. I know my old shit. I don't know why I use the creaking wood sound for this giant metal door. Also, that texture is, you know, that secret in the first level of second encounter, and there is curtains. That's the texture of the curtain, only painted black. Now, somewhere around here there is a hole in the ground. There we go.
Yeah, this is the only part I mildly remember from this. You also like get a Netrix upgrade here or something, right?
Yep, using sounds recorded from Conker's Bad Fur Day. Longcat, I can believe that, but I still don't want them representing anything about me. Like, I can show them on stream, but it's because there's a full disclaimer that I realize they're crap because they're old and fuck. Oh wait, not fuck. What? How? Oh, okay, yeah. So the way you would progress on this map also differs depending on which map you came here from, including that one Steam room map, even though that one is the same for both paths, but it remembers which sewer map you came through and basically carries it over here. And depending on that still variable of whether there's too much black stuff or not that much black stuff, there's different ways to go about here, but I don't remember any of it, to be frank. Nothing happens there. Let's just hope that it works, because I kind of want just to get to that one last cutscene if I can't remember it there and move on to something better. Where is that hole? That's... I think it's like in front of me, but I can barely see it. Or it's not a hole actually, it's just a
That's
black,
just black stuff.
yeah, black stuff on the ground. Excuse me. But as I said, I have two lamps here so that I would be mildly lit up. Actually, I might make sure I'm properly on camera there. You can see the back behind me is better lit up because I have the second lamp. Usually it used to be like this, but now it's like this. And it's flickering in an unnerving way, but like very slightly, can't even see it. I don't remember what's even here. I think there will be some sort of underwater maze, which I'm not kind of looking forward to trying to navigate with no memory of it. But yeah, leftover from the days when underwater mazes as a concept were scary. Please host, yeah, please host. Let's hope there are no touch fields that trigger something important in that maze. But I think there might be some, maybe in that one building, so I have to still follow some of the procedure. How do you... Is there a corridor beneath me? Yeah, there is a corridor here. It's still underwater too. Woo! There's some conveyor belts. There's supposed to be like a staircase somewhere that I can't even see. Is there a staircase?
Yes.
Yeah, now I see it, okay. Like some sort of airport baggage conveyor, which I don't know why it is even here. Man. That's just, you know, also besides all other faults of these levels, I didn't really understand the concept of optimization and the limits that CRSM games and engine could handle, because I was fully intending to fill this completely with detailed stuff. Obviously that wouldn't fly, wouldn't have flown. Oh fuck, do you need to go enable some power?
Is that like a satellite dish made of like half a sphere and all these polygons?
Yep. There's not too many polygons
I
there.
recall doing that in my first deathmatch map.
Yeah.
And I sent it to Vodarius of all people. And he
Why?
told me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you make such a thing out of like brushes?
I could ask him many questions like that. But he's probably gone partying and graffitiing nowadays and not doing much else. Right, I think that's actually, this part might have fucked up the trigger system, because you're supposed to go into that building and do stuff there, but let's hope maybe if I can just please open this door. Maybe this stuff will still be active. But we're supposed to be getting like a implant of Nitrixe inner or in Russian. Nitrixe like long distance radio update, so we can contact our command or something and figure out where to go for pickup.
Yeah, that looks very safe here.
Also check out how it will clip through the brain there. Or maybe it wasn't actually visible. Ah. Everything is fine, everything is fine. We just got implanted a thing magic. Yeah, basically that's not, I don't know. That went on for way too long for what it was.
Model.
Yeah.
Player model.
Might as well. Oh fuck, this is cooperative, right? Is there something? Yeah, there's a bunch of shit. Ah, I know the best one to use. That was the one that I played as. I basically made 3 full bright and really obvious standout models because we played deathmatch with that one friend that gave me the music tracks and someone else. Was it you, Hypocat, actually, didn't we? Or was it Pianist? I think it was Pianist.
I played with you at some point, and I recall that I also wanted a circular model like this, and I made like a cat model for myself. And you were like, "What the fuck? You stealing my ideas? Like these are like exclusive spherical models. You are not allowed to have something like that."
I could see that, yeah. So basically, this is Pianist in his little, what's it called in English? Frock.
I don't know.
And some angry dude as well. Oh, that's the one I made on request for someone. Ah, very angry. There we go. So basically I made this because back in the day, if you had models for players that other people didn't have, they would see standard SAMs and they would, you know, be darkened in shadows and such, but these were full bright and you could see them and we could identify each other, so we wouldn't fight each other, but we could cooperate and fight everyone else who came to our servers. It was very handy.
I remember people getting like super butthurt about us cooperating in deathmatch.
Mostly
Everybody
I think
was so fucking angry. It was just amazing.
mostly people were butthurt because this guy here, the one who gave me the music, he played this guy, and he was very good with a sniper rifle, and everyone kept accusing him of having an aimbot. Also, this level had a feature, by the way. One of the respawn points was in that inwards facing walls cube, and they couldn't get out of there in any way. And when someone spawned in there, it would send a message like, "Someone has been spawned in the House of Fools." And it was a indication for someone to shoot a rocket down there and get a free kill, basically. Let's see if I can get there somehow by dying enough. Also, I think this is a default music track from Warped as well.
I don't recognize it.
I don't think it's a music that I stole from somewhere. I think it was, yeah, someone has gotten into the full house. Yeah. Right, back to actual stuff. Let's do shiz now and then we'll move. Actually, there's Christmas as well. Oh. I forgot about that. Ah, and this is the Meros thing. You should remember this, Hypocat. I forgot the Russian.
Is this the one with the like some cool open canyon or something?
I don't think so. This is the office building one. The canyon was in Shiz or in
Oh
HSF.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
This is the one I called Marrows. I think that's apart from, you know, bone marrow. I think that also translates as kabachki, which is the name of this level. I don't know why, but I named it kabachki, the vegetable. And I found out that I completely removed at some point all the enemies and pickups and even the music tracks from this level, so it has just like some suspenseful music track. I guess I was testing out how it felt, how the atmosphere was. I kind of like how this grass looks in here because it's very dense and, you know, the effect of, because the tops of it are bright and the bottoms are dark, and it kind of looks nice from above when you jump around like this. I don't know.
Oh boy, I remember the times when environment particles holder was a mystery to everyone.
I don't remember what was the mystery. I remember it was a pain in the ass to use. Though I do remember a time where I didn't know how to make water parts, like underwater swimming. I didn't know that the sector mode was there. It wasn't actually supposed to be tense or anything. This level was supposed to be kind of wacky, but I just wanted to see how it would feel with music like that, and I guess I changed it at some point and forgot to change it back. You can jump out here, but there is nothing. You can get back if you jump from the table to the chair and around here. Hold on here, there used to be an enemy here standing.
Yeah, you see, this is like why I wanted to see your old stuff, because I don't remember this at all.
Ah, okay, I can understand that. There's some of my photos here which are framed to be like, you know, since it's some other planet actually, it's not Earth or anything. Even though it looks like one of the, you know, the stands from some steps
wait a
something
second, Android.
stand.
Was that the place with the sticky notes
Yep.
on the wall?
Yep. And basically I shoved my photos in here as textures with an excuse of, you know, they would have them for motivation to remind people of home and what they're working for.
Show me the sticky notes. Yeah, I remember.
These are some ICQ logs here, I think. I don't know what this is.
I don't
New
think I
Yoshi's...
made these.
No, I think this might have been mine. Take the pink sticky notes from Svetlana urgently. 5th of March, gathering of commanders, of group commanders from something, we've discovered what the trans, I think that actually that's called transgender. I don't know why the
Yeah.
word transgender is there. Transgender waves. Basically, I think that there's supposed to be a joke, like there's a department of transgender waves, and they have called a gathering of commanders because they found out what transgender actually means.
Sub-champion.
Oh yeah, hello. It's some sort of, you know, projector room where you would watch briefing and debriefing. The chairs stacked in pyramid. Chamber Green, when you say beaches, we know who you refer to. Come on, you don't have to clarify. Also, I'm slightly proud of my what was it called, like Terragen work here, because those things look kind of photorealistic, and it was not like super easy to achieve. It was easy, but not super easy to achieve. Mountains looking all right in that. And that one there and that one there, the textures. But yeah, this is, I think, what you drawn, like the yellow sticky notes and 4 orange sticky notes, and there are a bunch of pinks one on each one, and that's why that joke to take the pink ones away from Svetlana.
Oh boy, that's like
Something
top
about
humor from
yeah.
past Hippocamp.
Screw you, you're not getting your wage. This I can't decipher. There's some scientific stuff. I like how Sveta is actually posting some scientific looking diagrams with the sticky notes. I don't know what this says. If I don't remember anything about what this could say. I put the
I
rule.
can't say.
Score there.
This actually has my signature on it. What the fuck?
Well, good job there. Let's just, you know, completely show it. Yeah, so yeah. There's a little flight of stairs there that doesn't lead anywhere. Little corridor here. This is like whatchamacallit, cafeteria, I guess. This is where you would hand out food. Or I mean, they would hand out food. A little section here, a little humor from Antroid, from past Antroid, like, you know. How is this actually translated to English? Like, corpus, what was it in English? Wing, maybe?
I guess wing, yeah.
Basically, it's like wing, I don't know, W and wing Q, or, you know, some really obscure and weird choices for letters to name the wings after.
And actually, that's wing sh and wing f.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know Russian letters.
Also, check the detail. Made this monitor by, you know, looking at mine, the previous one actually, not this one, the one that's currently on my shelf over there. I can actually probably even spin the camera and show it.
Oh boy, good old CRT monitors.
Yeah, there it is. It there? Is it on? I can't hardly see what's. I think I am aiming at it, right?
I cannot see it yet.
Hello, Luis. Like on the top of the shelf. I think this is the
Well,
best
I
shot I
can
could.
see something, I guess.
Basically,
But
that's over there. That's the monitor that this was drawn from, referenced. That monitor was referenced. Also, check out the detail because there's the blue screen, and the inside of the monitor is slightly, you know, lit blue. And there's one of these monitors that is just turned off, and it's not lit blue. Holy shit! And it's actually a mirror now that I look at it.
oh
Huh.
yeah, back in the day, games actually had mirrors.
Yeah, wow, actually. Yeah, Vice Command. Well, I mean, you know, this was made back on CRTs were kind of relevant still. I didn't know they would get replaced in the coming years. Let's do shiz. I am slightly hesitant because I think most of the music in that is kind of shit, but I have to face what I have made. Up to you to translate.
We will see about the music because you know back in the day I might have just liked you so much then I just said that whatever you make is like super cool, but now I'm just well I still like you a whole lot but I'm just not gonna lie to you outright.
No, I think I've had some other friends support about this music, but you know, when it comes down to it, it's made using default Fruity Loops instrument. It doesn't have like it's kind of tune deaf completely because I suck, and I like to think there's like 1 or 2 tracks in here that I'm not ashamed of, but not all of them. Most of them are kind of suck. Well, actually, one of them really sucks, and it's unfortunately the piece track for the first area. So Hypocrite, translate all this immediately.
Oh boy, I need to like read it first. Like important mission. Oh yeah, there's like a meeting between like alien Santa and like Earth Santa.
Not Santa,
And
that's a different. Santa is a different character completely. Come on.
well, yeah, I know. Like Ded
He's
Moroz.
he's the villain.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember. And like security, blah blah blah. But everybody like caught a cold and stuff. So Sam has to like protect Ded Moroz from like an assassination attempt or something. And so Sam, well, cannot really like get there, like fly there in a spaceship. So he has to like get there on his own, basically.
There is a problem with the spaceports on this planet, which is the front of, you know, the war against mental, and we had to navigate to the one fucking spaceport that it has, and it's on different side, on the opposite side of the planet. And we have to use a sort of planetary elevator that you will see later. And the planetary is actually called Not Real 2KX, which is like, you know. Also, Champion, why would you think Sir Sam was a joke? Everyone knows the game. Yeah, it is pretty much a Star Wars New Year special. And I'm gonna talk really loud because this music sucks and I cannot wait until the battle music kicks in because it's marginally better. There we go. It's at least not as embarrassing. People have said that it sounds like Sega Genesis music and I take offense to that, but maybe it's a bit like on that level.
Well, you know, clearly you're not a fucking musician, but
Oh, shit.
like, I don't know, it's not too bad, I think.
I like to imagine that I would have done better nowadays if I tried, and I plan on trying as soon as I get my hands on... It's not my hands, as soon as I get around to trying to make a game, I will probably, first thing I will try to make soundtrack on my own, but then I will probably find out that I suck at it completely and I shouldn't do it. Basically, secret double shot it there, and another secret if you go up the screen. That doesn't really look realistic in any way. And I failed. Let me try again. Bleh.
No, you know what? I take that back. That kind of sucks.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Well, I mean, some parts are all right, but I think you kind of went overboard with like all the random like instruments. And shit.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah. At least people said, you know, that one of the future tracks is alright, like the ambient one. Default liver one found. Yeah, Vice Command, basically this sounds really MIDI, because it was pretty much MIDI style. Fruity Loops, FL Studio default instruments. Champion, I don't think I can make sense of your message. Maybe he can help me understand because it has cats in it and all that.
Apparently champion sat on his cat or something.
Oh, that's nice. I can support sitting on cats.
And he also says he's like staying up for 4 days in a row. Like, what's up with that champion?
What's up with that?
Why would you want to do that to yourself?
Well, I'll probably have to stay up tonight because I will have to watch the 4th season of Dexter until the last moment before I go to work. You know. Thank God for more enemies. Ah, fuck, there's that thing. I should be killing everyone, but I had to leave them so that the music is playing. The slightly less terrible music track is playing. Ooh, terrible nightmares. Tell me more. Interesting. Maybe we can make a game about it. My only nightmares revolve around being back in university. So basically this thing, this meter here fills up as you kill enemies in this area, and if you kill everyone in approach, this explodes and reveals a bonus item. We have to do the same thing later, but it's actually necessary to progress, so I will show the animation and effect there. And I'm just kinda rushing past everything.
Man, that fucking sucks, champion. Like, I feel sorry for you. Never had any problems like that, so I can't really suggest anything.
Yeah, same. But you know, I mean, yeah, I can't imagine what it would be to have nightmares so much that you don't want to go to sleep. But I kinda like nightmares after I wake up because they're always fascinating. But obviously it would be kinda stressful to maybe have them every night, I don't know. I would still go for it, but yeah, as I said, I cannot imagine having too many nightmares. Okay, let's escape this terrible crap. Yeah, finally. Oh yeah, this. Ah yeah, if anyone knows about CSM mapping, there's a neat trick in here graphically, and wow, cool. So apparently someone actually hit me there. Let me skip everything. Huh. I don't know if I would say interesting, but I'll say huh. Okay, let's not spawn anyone and interrupt the amazing cutscene. There we go, that's Cyber Santa in his space sleigh without any deer. And oh, right. So he's gonna fly behind some mountains, and people who know how CSM works would not expect this to be possible because this is an optical trick here. This is supposed to be like a background texture, but oh, actually it's not fully texture. I mean, it is a texture, but it is 2 polygons of a texture. Ah yeah, the planetary lift, the one joke about. Actually no, I like the spaceport joke a bit more. No, Postal Dude, I'm not making CSM maps, neither am I making anything for Christmas, cause fuck that. So we are riding down through the planet on this elevator, and this music that's completely off rhythm, just completely, you know, bizarre.
Where's the Halloween map, Antroid?
Yeah. I would make a map for that one day, which like somewhere in spring, what's it called? St. Valentine's Day. It'll be an interesting map. Actually, there is a sound in this music track that I'm kind of satisfied with. There's this little sound that sounds like an engine of some sort, like, you know, revving up. And that was made using some instrument with a lot of, like, really short notes. But you can't really hear it. Let me see if this little... Oh, now, yeah, now we go past the center of the planet, so the gravity is going to change. Now we're past the half, like in the second half of the planet, going up now.
Physics!
Yep. There we go. There's
Actually,
the
the gravity would
have.
have to like change like
Gradually,
gradually.
yeah.
Can you do that actually in Serious Sam?
Well, I mean, if you have enough gravity changers thingamajigs, I think you would be able to do that. Even though I think you are limited to number of gravity changer magigs that you can use for one brush. But you would be able to make some. I mean, you wouldn't really notice when it changes if it has at least some gradualness to it. But of course, I wanted to make a little bit of a gag here, so it just immediately flips back up. And there we go. This is the place that everyone actually liked in this level. And the music track that is just like, you know, ambient background stuff. And also you have to kill everything here so that there is one future present box.
Glowy mushrooms just make everything better.
Yep. Completely stolen from Morrowind, I think. The color, mostly. Kinda wanna pick them all up and mix in potions.
So, Morrowind for next stream?
How about you, let's play it?
I already did.
Well, I mean, you can't prove it.
I don't have to.
Well, neither do I have to stream it. I guess we're at a stalemate. Your move, Hippocat.
Well, actually, I'm perfectly fine with the situation where no one plays Morrowind.
Wow, a world where no one plays Morrowind. I wouldn't actually.
No, I
don't know,
mean
fuck.
Morrowind is really cool, but I just can't. I'm spoiled already by the modern games.
Daggerfall, you're right. Someday, maybe when I retire from everything, I will play some of ancient games if they still run. And I will play Daggerfall, I will play Ultimas, I will play everything I wanted to play. Wizardries, Early Might and Magics. Is everyone dead? Yeah. Redguard, sure. Yeah, alright, there's a backstory to this place. Basically, on this side of the planet they were doing a lot of terraforming to make it more Earth-like, and they transported a bunch of water here, but they were apparently just completely shit at geology or however you pronounce it, geology problem. So the water made the ground soft and it just kind of gave away and everything collapsed and all that. Basically, just a huge catastrophe. Yeah. Supposed to be half humorous and not in any way serious. Only half humorous because it's not really funny, but you know, not serious. Especially what with it being, like, you know, a Christmas special. Ooh, he's after us. There's the present, the gauge is full. And in here we actually need to do that because it covers the hole we go through. So, check out the space travel that we're about to make. Instead of a spaceport, yeah, this is a giant bouncer trampoline.
I must go. My planet needs me.
Well, it's true. The eagle has landed. Right in bullseye. The eagle has landed in the bullseye. That sounds dangerous. Man, this music. Though, I think it is slightly less terrible, but...
I still think it's like not super fitting. I recall, like I told you, oh, this is cool, like sleepy, like calm town and such. And you're like, what the fuck? This is like supposed to be like happy Christmas town.
Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't really look all that festive, barring the flags that someone somehow hung between the windows there. But the music is more of like, holy shit, crazy celebration. Man, this is gonna be tedious. I'm supposed to have Tommy gun here. Ah, yes, I didn't pick it up in the beginning part. Well, we all know the cure for that kind of stuff.
No, I thought you were gonna use give all, but okay, that works.
If all would actually kinda ruin a little thing later with the cannon. Because I would already have a cannon, would have no incentive to pick it up.
What does that billboard say?
There?
Yeah, I
Something
can
about
see it.
three rubles for free on account of it being a holiday or something. We'll come closer to it. Also, I think I stole, you know, that part of the peaceful music track that goes. I stole it from some of the tracks in, I think, Donkey Kong Country 3, probably 3, yeah. One of the level types had a track that had that kind of, maybe the beginning, like, you know, Stilt Village. Champion, I know Doom 64, I've beaten it many times. Once, well, I mean, not probably many, but definitely once or twice on the emulator and several times in the AX total, you know, port or whatever you call it on the PC. You act like that would be like a big surprise for me. Come on, I know my Doom games. Yeah.
Do you have to use this like trick in Serious Sam where your like velocity like
Yep.
Okay.
I just failed that. Also, it's, you know, there's a super tight jump. You can make it up this roof from the elevator if you use that, and there's something behind one of these ventilation boxes or whatever they are. Yeah, some red armor. But yeah, this, you know, I'm not like too ashamed of how this town turned out. The houses are kind of shit, but I like the general achievement of like having street lights down there and the streets themselves and all that. And back in the day it was nice, because we were very limited in what we could do in Serious Sam. Yeah, basically.
You fucking dumbass, you cannot get anywhere from here. Now just wait till you get like fucked up by monsters.
Yeah, basically Serious Sam jumps on this place without realizing that he doesn't have anywhere to go from here, and Netrix just chides him for it. What the fuck are you doing? But fortunately for him, the Cyber Santa is an idiot. I think we'll even do Poklatska before we go to HSF though, as the main course. And I definitely will not be able to show all of HSF in the remaining hours, so we'll have to carry it over to the next weekend, some of it at least. Whatever. Maybe it'll be a good excuse for me to have a short stream next Saturday and no stream next Sunday. Yeah, Sam boards the Space Slay or whatever. And it carries him exactly where he needs to be. This is the skyscraper belonging to Grandpa Frost, or however you want to pronounce it. And this is a little airport, that's like the field that is near to it. And the meeting of the two Grandpa Frosts is supposed to be taking place on top of that. It looks like, you know, the final building from Max Payne 1 actually. And we're supposed to be there to protect him from any potential alien threats, because he's meeting Grandpa Frost from another planet, insects from number. And well, that's a big thing, big deal. And there's of course the Cyber Santa Claus, that Santa had disappeared before and no one has seen him for a long time, and now it seems like he might be up to something. But you know what? Actually, this is a nice level to go before Poklatska, because Poklatska at large is pretty much inspired by, you know, this angle here over some snow, forest and pinky purpley sky. Well, I haven't played enough Perfect Dark to recognize this, but definitely I think I was pretty much looking at Max Payne 1, the whatchamacallit building. What was the name of that company that was As is Aesir, Aesir, I think Aesir Corporation, where it like the intro begins with it, and then you end the game there by toppling a tower on top of someone's helicopter, which was way cool back in the day. You know what, actually? That reminds me. Back in the day, when it was rare to see in games, the simpler things like slightly cinematic things were really cool to see. And when I was playing Duke Nukem Forever, I felt like it was made, like some of the setups and you know, set pieces, actually probably the better word, were made back in those days when, you know, having something slightly interesting happen that was slightly outside of, you know, just kind of Doom levels where nothing happens at all, was very interesting by itself. And you play that and you see how mundane it is now, and it's kind of sad because, you know, it used to be so intriguing. Well, Chamber Green, too bad, because I'm probably not going to play any of them. No Metal Gear Solid games, I'm afraid. I'm trying to get back to 5 after the disastrous intro that I didn't like, but maybe I'll get back to that. But I'm not gonna stream it. I'm not gonna stream much. Okay, so the Slay comes and drops us a cannon, which is a very smart thing. I mean, picking it up is a very smart thing to do, but also kind of put some effort into these hangars. There's even, you know, I think you can see inside through the windows. I cannot really see if you can see inside. Let me see. Let me see if I can see inside. Yes, you can, but it glitches out, of course.
Yeah, transparent textures just always glitch out in Serious Sam.
Oh, Champion probably meant Metal Gear Solid 2, as in this reminded him the battle. By the way, the 3 orange dudes battle is supposed to be pretty fucking evil, but I mean, and tense but fair. But of course, I was playing with God mode still for some reason, so. What was the one? Poklatska. I'll probably turn it off on Poklatska. I could beat that. Final cutscene. We get trapped by Cyber Santa and brought for some reason up to the roof here where the Grandpa Frost's house is. He just, you know, has this pad. There's Cyber Santa, the great, you know, model texture and everything. Animation as well. It was top-notch fucking graphics back in the day. Actually, no, it wasn't. And voice acting. I'm gonna destroy Grandpa Frost. Oh no, what? We cannot do anything. Get out, old fart. Actually, old, some sort of root vegetable that I don't know the literal translation of. We can only hear Grandpa Frost walking there. He steps on the snow, puts the staff down. Oh, you're coming out with the stuff against my rockets. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna destroy you, but then I'll get to Serious Sam. Ho ho ho. What are you doing, old man? There goes the boss battle. And actually, I'm not gonna. There's, you know, basic outro text, but I found out when I tested this that, you know, the credits thing, scrolling text in Serious Sam, you use a text file outside external text file to source from, and I found out that there's some phone number and the times at which to call said phone number at the end of the text file, so I don't really want to show it to everyone on the internet because I don't remember whose phone number it is, and that's I don't think that's the thing you should do. So yeah, screw that. Basically, yeah, final boss, the guy that we were supposed to protect took care of it for us. He was apparently pretty alright. Where's Poklatska? There's Poklatska. Doesn't really have a story so much as an excuse. It was supposed to have, but I didn't have enough time because this is the one I was making for that test for applying to a level design job. It just didn't pan out. It was my first try. Thankfully got in at my second try to a different place. Yeah, there's a cool ending here. You can just kind of walk away. I think actually I'm gonna read this because I remember this being slightly funny. Sam turned around and went away from Poklatska, which is the name of the little village and estate over there. He's going to be arrested for not following orders but led them. Mantle has received a wide open door to Earth, but we'll deal with him somehow if we're lucky. At least we won't have to walk in these freezing temperatures with only a wife-beater shirt. Yeah, this is an absurd, unexplainable and stupid decision, but who knows, if Sam went and did this mission, maybe he would have died out of cold. But now he's probably at least gonna die in some unfair battle somewhere else. So that's the ending if you walk away. I think, yeah, this is the last thing I've ever done for Serious Sam, and actually I still, you know, to this day I really like how this all looks. I mean, still, this is the one level I'm like visually proud of to this day, somewhat. I know this is pretty plain down here, but you know, the trees and all that, all models and stuff all made by hand and stuff. But yeah, basically this was pretty much inspired by that last area of the last map, where it was, you know, winter, evening, all that, forest as well. Error, man, every time I try to read your name, I do the Japanese thing. Hello, Error, not hello, Error.
Hello. Да, интересно, что это там потенциальным работодателям не понравились, короче, кишки такие, блядь. Охуенный левел дизайн.
Да ладно. No, actually, when you think about it, the game that they would have had me help make had much worse. It would have been a lot online, and I have played into their winter area, and it was complete garbage. So I'm slightly justified, and you know, secretly, this level that got me rejected from your company still looks like miles better than your actual game. Maybe it's just my opinion, I don't know. Basically, Allods Online looks like a really half-assed World of Warcraft clone.
Well, as you would expect from a Russian MMO, I guess.
Yep. Man, I remember all the thought that went into a Serious Sam making custom models for the environment. Had Sabian, did you already come, or I guess you are saying hello to Error maybe? Basically, there was a lot of limitations on the models. You could have only one texture and such. Then some other things I don't remember exactly, but it was pretty difficult to optimize this with minimal polygons, minimal texture size, and still make something that looks alright.
Yeah, this is kind of impressive actually, because I recall trying to make trees like in all kinds of programs, and it just never worked. I could never ever make a like 3D tree ever.
Yeah, these are my best attempts as well. I was never having much success with it, but I guess came close at this point. Yeah, Champion, this is music from Might and Magic 9 actually. We've heard it in one of our last streams. I think I did point out at that point that it was gonna feature in Poklatske. Maybe Hippycat could have remembered, but he didn't, of course. Because who remembers anything these days? But yeah, this level basically represents my complete lack of understanding of what makes an actual commercial level designer.
Antroid, check your stream.
What's up with the stream?
I don't know, it's just like freaking out for me. Yep.
So is it like super dead? Because YouTube says it's still going.
Well, there was some problem, I guess some hiccup in your connection, but yeah, it's still going. Champion, please confirm if it is still going for you as well.
Vice Commander says it's back.
Ah, okay then.
So yeah, as I was starting to say, this level represents my complete misunderstanding of Samiate. Are you late or is it still doing that? Because back in the day in Serious Sam mapping amateur communities, we had to do everything ourselves, and obviously someone who works as level design doesn't have to do art or anything. So you really have to have a different set of skills that I was trying to represent here. I was basically... I guess I would have gotten a job as Oh shit, you can do this? Oh, okay, you can't really do this. I don't know, something more closer to a concept artist, but if this level was a picture instead. That's probably what I kind of like. Imagining a nice looking area is what I was trying to show with this. Samantha, did you F5? Because that might fix the delay. By F5 I mean refresh, I'm not sure if it works in every browser the same way or something.
I believe it's the same in every browser.
I heard someone say like Shift R. Maybe it's an alternate hotkey. This little river here that we're following, this is a frozen area, slightly wider, swampy area maybe. I'm enjoying still how I made like the lower parts, lower floor darker, because you know there's supposed to be ice under the snow and slightly wetter, slightly darker in general. Man, I'm gonna die. I should be quick saving. Yeah, champion, it is kind of a nice looking level for cinema, but it's not really an impressive level in terms of layout or gameplay in any way. Like it's completely.
That was
just...
Vice Command, not Champion.
Yeah. Oh, right. Oh, yes, right. Well, sorry, but the gameplay here is a complete afterthought, and the layout I was not really, you know, thinking about layouts back in the day either, because I was used to thinking completely linear intestines, as Hippocrates calls it. I mean, everyone calls it in Russian. It was fine. It wasn't until Doom mapping and getting into, you know, the actual Doom community then I realized that non-linearity, or at least some interconnectivity and, you know, branching paths are good.
Well, you know, Serious Sam has like vastly different level design philosophy from Doom, so
Yeah, but
can't
still,
really
you
blame you
know,
for that.
even in the original Serious Sams, you had a lot of areas where you were free to walk around and explore, like, you know, corners and all that, all of these courtyards or
Yeah, Corridor of Death.
such. But then there was Corridor of Death, which usually was the final level. But then you had, like, you know, from first encounter, the suburbs, for example, where you had to find a bunch of stuff in amidst a lot of houses, or uh, what's the name of that? I think it was the third level of Serious Sam second encounter, Teotihuacan something something. There was just big, huge courtyard with a bunch of buildings you can go into and then do stuff there, collect some statuettes probably or something. Oh, by the way, yeah, it could be very bright because, you know, my usual stuff. I've adjusted the Serious Sam brightness to like maximum there from the in-game settings. Oh shit, right, you don't do this without God mode. Though it is pretty easy. I don't remember the exact motions, but it is pretty easy to handle those guys pretty much dead on with a shotgun. If you jump at the right time and they shoot rockets, they shoot past you. Also, this level is laggy as hell because I didn't bother optimizing it either. Thankfully, my settings aren't very high, and this is a computer that's for Series M pretty good, so, you know, isn't showing that well. And I still have levels over here, like the truffle pack that I mentioned earlier. That is like still like so laggy, unbelievably laggy even on this computer, which is hilarious.
I recall Krasnopolsky Brothers levels were laggy as fuck in some places,
They
which
might
was
have
a
been, yeah.
complete fucking mystery because they didn't like have anything in them.
Am I seeing some? I might have been seeing things, but I thought I saw some visual glitches of like models disappearing when they were slightly off screen. This village here also I am somewhat proud of all the bullshit that went on the models here, like the doors, the windows, the walls here, and such. The roof, the little piled up firewood here, the well.
Do we sound like professors, champion? Like what?
We probably
Well,
he
you
means
have
that we have.
interesting professor experience. in
Yeah,
real
we
life.
probably just sound tedious and, you know, like, droning on. And there is a huge field with those hay bale, I guess you could call them hay bales.
Okay, this view is just completely fucking amazing.
Okay. Thank you. I like some of the earlier parts more with the spruce and pine trees. but yeah, I enjoy this area as well. And this particular part, for some reason, has a different tree in it, which I didn't put anywhere else. This I also kind of like how this little place looks.
Well, champion, you know, this is stuff from like years ago, and it makes us feel nostalgic and feel us like old farts, and we start talking like old farts.
I always
Yes.
feel like an old fart, but yeah. Giraffe neck, yeah, that would be. I was never very good at drawing textures that weren't like super cartoony in every way. Oh shit, yeah, I don't have
You
God
can
mode
make
on.
everything super cartoony and say it's like a super cartoony style. It's okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning to do in the future if I get around to anything. Kind of like the horse game demo level. Worked out. Probably gonna keep working out. And yeah, by the way, a real war about the sky. That's, I think I mentioned it before, but the thing with the sky here is that you don't get this in real life from like a sunset in winter, because if there's clouds, it's not gonna get through in any way. They're not gonna be all pinkish. And the way this happens is if there's a city there in that direction and all the city lights are lighting up the clouds and not the fucking sun, you don't really, especially it's not gonna be night, because in winter I forgot how early it gets dark in winter when I was making this level, so it's completely inaccurate. But what can you do at this point? Well, I guess you could get away from. Oh, hello, Kazmati. I'm doing all right.
Hello.
Did I say Kazmati? I meant Hazmati, of course. But yeah, all right. Wow, you haven't been around, Kazmati. I haven't been involved since like, you know, midsummer, I think. Also, yeah, this like nice view. Did you mean the view to the sun there, Hippocate, over the field with the hay bales and shit?
Yeah, to the sun.
It kinda gets spoiled here because you use sniper scope to kill the upcoming bull horde, and you see how shitty texture is. The forest texture is like completely low res. Also, I had a lot of trouble making it so yes, I'm not invincible. Making it so all the bulls that spawn behind there actually know that I'm here and run towards me. For some reason, they didn't even obey, you know, patrol markers at this length. Okay, I hope I saved at least somewhere. Yeah. Whoa.
Nice place to save.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be AFK for a minute.
And I'm gonna be cheating for a minute because I want to get back to where I was without any troubles. And that's like there's no glowing crater. There's just, yeah, you know what? Fuck, beating this level fairly. There's not much left. I'm not, you know, I don't really want to spend many hours on one level. Not after what happened to the Super Mario World streams, anyways. Hippocate will know. But yeah, there's, for some reason, I had an entirely different story. I even had like a modeled villain for this, which was a human actually. Well, I mean, it's like some sort of demon masquerading as a human. Unfortunately, I don't think I have a good way to show that guy to you guys. Yeah. Come on, please. Alright, and I'm just cheating through back because I'm not in the mood to beat this level again. Yeah, so I had that villain model and everything, but of course I didn't have enough time to implement the story and all that. The story is supposed to be pretty trippy if I remember right, but now the excuse for a story in the Netrixie is just, you know, there's some huge crystal, you have to, like, it's doing something, you have to deal with it, and that's the huge crystal that for some reason is slightly in the air and it's carrying that building of the estate on it, and the final fight is there. I might disable God mode for the final fight because I want to remember the challenge. There was a little bit of a challenge there. There was a bunch of lava golems and shit. No, one large lava golem. The crystal actually pretty much lags the entire game. As much I don't think HD is better than the original. I like how some places look, but I really hate how everything, like, there are some very colorful levels in the original Series Samus, and they just completely removed all the colorfulness, like Serpent Yards, the level before Tower of Babylon, whatever it was called, and they look just slightly realistic in terms of colors, but really not as good as before. And they removed all those cool ass places with gravity and such from the pit. And I think they removed like the intro, so now fuck it.
Yeah, I don't think I even ever played HD versions.
I think I've seen them played. I watched someone's blind co-op let's play of them. Well, what do you want to know about this level? I think I've said pretty much everything about it before. I guess. Were you already now? I don't remember if you were already here. And when it started. I think I've said everything there is to say.
Well, Errol War, this is the last thing Antroid ever did for Serious Sam, and he did this as like as an exercise to show off his skills to his potential employers, but they were not impressed because they were looking for something else.
Yeah, I was trying to apply for a company that worked on an actual MMORPG, and I might have been rejected because I said I've never really played an MMORPG in my life, and they, like, when they got back to me, they said that one of the reasons was they wouldn't have time to teach me things, but also the inside source said that they didn't think like I was showing the right set of skills in this because I didn't really make an interesting level. I made a slightly pretty level, but that's not really the concern for level designers. Well, this is probably lagging so much because of that rotating, not full bright brush, but yeah, holy crap, still possible to lag. Actually, I don't know why I let this happen, because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have done this if it lagged so much when I was testing it. Sabient, I probably should have done that, but you know, I wasn't actually... I guess secretly deep down I didn't really want to work on that game. I tried it for like a week and I didn't like it at all. This little ruined gazebo here.
Antroid, if you worked there, you wouldn't work like at your current company where you can just do fucking nothing all day long.
That's all things considered, I have got a pretty sweet deal with the job that I have right now. Actually, still thanks to the same guy that was my insider source in that other company. The same
was that
guy.
Flash Zombie?
Yep, the same guy that we... Actually, a couple days ago, he got like contacted me on Conducti and asked me to upload the old Underground this video that we did with the Hypocat, because he wanted to watch it again for some reason. What the fuck, I don't know. I uploaded it to YouTube and gave him the link, and he's like, okay, cool.
I recall him being like really upset about that video. And
yeah,
stuff.
both of us are kind of like making fun of how we dealt with it before, because, like, you know, while making this video, I have admitted since that I was actually feeling some jealousy and bitterness about other people who actually released stuff that looked slightly competent when I didn't, and I just kind of like openly admit that, whoa, what the fuck happened to this guy there? Openly admit that I had a bit too much bitterness and, you know, sarcasm in my voice and everything, in my tone when I was doing that video. And he laughs about how butthurt he got about it, because in the end he says he admits that it helped him because criticism is always welcome, even criticism like mine. So yeah, we are all right about that.
Well, I don't think we like talked shit like completely undeservedly. I mean, we.
I was trying to make fun of stuff that maybe didn't always deserve it. But, you know, I guess it was a bit of a fair video almost. Also, I spent some time working on this fucking building, and I would like to at least look at it for a while, because it was... I think it looks nice. I was researching how, like, the architectural little details look on such buildings.
Well, it does look like Russian, like, imperial architecture, so you succeeded completely.
I pretty much, in these cases, I just copy from photos and slightly simplify to make it better, easier to do for myself. But yeah, that little estate-y thingy building is actually based on photos that I might even have right now, but I'm not gonna search them on stream. Oh, White House. Oh, what do you mean? Well, I mean, it's some sort of estate. Like, I think it was called, how is it called in English? All the крепостное право and all that. Like, I know that the peasants were called serfs.
Oh, I don't know that.
I don't remember how the actual, like, the owners were called. I think one of the words that I knew was some sort of, damn it, it's on the tip of my tongue, like fief, like F-I-E-F, fief, and the area, like the land he would own, is like a fiefdom. I think that's a bit close to that. Basically one of those estates from like Russian, not nobles, but wealthy people who would, you know, have peasants under them and such.
Knuckles can't build a house on Angel Island because he's too busy collecting Master Emerald shards, and the island is like underwater anyway.
Well, this is quite a fucking Master Emerald shard there. Okay, did I turn on God? I guess I did. So this is a little bit of a challenge here because this guy throws those homing, well, not homing, but he like, what's the word? Shoot where the target's gonna be! Like, leading, yes. Basically you have to do that all the time when he shoots. Kulak, no, not Kulak, that's later. I mean, Paz, I forgot how it's even in Russian. Krepasnichi is actually like the peasants, I think.
Like Barin or something.
Maybe it'll come back to me, but basically you kind of circle around, you get, actually I don't have my grenade launcher because I didn't pick it up before, so I'm already slightly fucked. But yeah, the secret to this level is you just, you know, you shoot down his shots and then you shoot him in the meantime. I'm just trying to think of the Russian word. Помещик.
No,
Basically,
Google Translate that.
Yeah, also if anyone wants, like, I've been mentioning Dead Souls a lot, they're not on stream probably, but that's like, that novel is about those people. Well, I mean, you're supposed to shoot this guy with something
Oh
slightly more
fuck,
powerful.
once again I mute my mic and talk. Landlord, Squire, Layered, Esquire.
None
These
of
are
that
the
sounds close to what it should mean. I think I'll stick to thief. Look up thief, like, you know, not like thief, but with two F's instead of TH.
Yeah, I understand, give me a moment.
Luis, not really, no.
Okay, this is translated as Fjord.
Well, that seems actually pretty, like, you know, slightly more formal. Yeah, that fits. So I guess thief is the person, like, and that was like his estate.
It's not the person. It's actually the
place.
Feodальное поместье. Yeah, it's
I
the
thought.
place.
And what is fiefdom then?
Give me a moment.
And I'm gonna die because I'll fuck it.
And fiefdom is wotchina.
Fuck, it's like getting a bit lost, but whatever. It's close
Yeah,
enough.
that's like some historical fucking term. I fucking hate history.
I
so
like
don't
history,
ask
but
me
I
about
don't
that.
know shit about it. I've always meant, like, after school, I got interested in all things on literature and history, and I've been having success, you know, reading, but I've not been having success learning anything about history. And I kind of want to. But I kind of want to do it in this... not by reading, you know, really dry, factual articles about it, but rather in a... maybe I should swallow my pride and get some, you know, some of the slightly more children-oriented books about history and read those or something. I have this whole giant shelf of children's encyclopedias, which aren't actually like super children-oriented, because they're actually pretty, you know, informational. They just were meant to be accessible and interesting for children, but I guess I would feel too stupid about myself if I read them now. I don't know. I think this is from way from before. I mean, from 1900 to that. I guess that's much later than all the Помещичество, if I remember right. So yeah, when you kill the final boss, the fucking thing just falls on Sam and he dies. That's the ending, because I didn't feel like making story. Christmas now.
Man, Christmas is really cool.
Really old.
Mostly it's cool because of you
All the
know,
snow.
Alice music, but still pretty cool, especially the boss.
I'm wondering though, yeah, it's the old install, the boss should work.
You do remember you have to play it on like Nightmare, right?
Fuck, well I mean, now I do. Or I could play it with God mode, so you know, fuck that. So I think this was the first thing that I released that was solely made by me. Also Christmas special. Yeah, Hazmati, I didn't have enough time or patience to make the insides. I was planning to for the proper level. Man, the story would have been, cool. Sam would have been, I think he was like driving a truck and something on Earth for some reason and got abducted and was this like, time bubble from the past where there's mental aliens invading this. I don't remember it too well. There is this soul collecting demon that actually trapped everything like in this time bubble and was trying to do something, but then mental invaded because mental can also travel between dimensions and got into that place that the demon made for himself, like pocket dimension or something. And the demon had the form of like a kind of a fat smiling guy that I modeled. But yeah, this was I think the first thing I've ever not the first thing I've ever done because it's not the shittiest thing you're gonna see, but the first thing I released that was not made together with someone else. And I'm sorry, Champion Green. Maybe you shouldn't stay up for fucking 4 days in a row, but yeah, for some reason most of the things I fuck. Oh wait, no, is it back?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Whew. Okay, so my internet just had a little bit of a... And now there's a bunch of chat that's catching up. Okay. Never mind all that. Everything reconnected on its own somehow. OBS, Skype. I just had a little dip in the internet connection. So,
I'm not seeing the screen though, so you could show it to me again.
yeah. Give me a second, everyone else. Let's share screen with HippoCat again.
Meanwhile, our guys are halfway through the 1000 kilometers of Mount Panorama race and they are currently 5th. But they seem to be a lap down or even more maybe.
How terrible. Oh, you can even go out. So yeah, basically Santa Claus was kidnapped by Mental and we are here to rescue him as usual. This is some sort of, Santa Claus factory, toy factory here on the North Pole for whatever reason. Is he supposed to be in the North Pole? Yeah, I think he is. And it's all, crazy. With, for some reason, neon fluorescent garlands or whatever that's called. I think it's called garlands. And also luminescent ice that has some sort of swinging texture in it. And here I was just doing Doom levels before Doom. Yeah. Also, if you stay here too long, you get slightly killed.
Slightly killed, that sounds good.
Mildly destroyed.
A little bit annihilated.
Yeah. Wait a second, I thought you could get somewhere from...
Aerial War, I think I let's played this at
Yeah,
some point,
you
so
had
you
the
may
recording.
remember that.
You definitely had a recording of this at some point before it went on your deleting channel spree. Channel deletion spree, rather. Hazmati, I will say right off the bat that I don't.
Yeah, I just don't know good mods in general.
I don't like Halloween themed stuff in general. I like horror-ish, or I like Tim Burton style gothic stuff, but I don't like specifically Halloween themed because it's just, the holiday has never had any cultural significance for me, and I see it as kind of like, silly making stuff that is supposed to be kind of cool and or scary, mostly cool I guess nowadays, making it just silly. And also the whole social aspects would have never worked for me, going from door to door requesting candy and stuff, or expecting someone to come to your door requesting candy at the same time. Fuck that. Yeah, I think you're actually supposed to like run through this ignoring everyone, but I'm playing on God mode, of course. Well, I'm assuming, Hazmati, that you played all the like Cry of Fear, Afraid of Monsters, They Hunger and stuff like that.
Well, Day Hunger isn't scary.
Isn't? Okay. I assumed it was a bit of a scary thing.
Well, it's... nah, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Like it's not really scary. Like it doesn't have like any jump scares or something, and
Alright.
it just doesn't look very scary. But it tries to tell like a scary like story or something. I don't know how to put it. It's more like a slightly horror-ish setting, I guess, but it doesn't really like actively try to scare you.
No. Like a B movie like horror that's uses horror tropes but isn't scary at all. Man, where to? I don't see anything here. Okay, I appear to be going somewhere along this pipe. There's some light there. I might have fallen down. Maybe let's just fly. It's too dark for me to see here with my conditions. What the fuck is this meant to be? Wow, I am completely lost. Maybe there's supposed to be light that appears here? Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Can I increase my brightness even more? Where was it even? Yeah, I can. Does it help me though? I don't think it does. Yeah, fucking... I wonder why they made the camera behave completely differently when you are in flight mode.
Just to fuck with you because you're cheating.
Maybe. I don't know what, fuck this, I'm just jumping here. And I might have... Oh no, there's... Oh! I accidentally fell on the end of that whole section, okay. Well. Let's pretend that never happened. There was supposed to be like a walk in the dark on some halfway visible floor following a light that travels. And we're back in here, but everything looks slightly different. Ooh. Spooky. Destroy the ice here. This whole thing breaks. I'm not gone, I'm here. Skype, come on Skype. Wow. Are we back
Are
there?
you back?
Okay.
Okay.
I am just, among other things I might do, I might as well change the server that I'm sending to. And I guess I have to show screen
Well,
again.
you know, Antroid, your Skype is disconnecting, so it's not like YouTube thing, it's just your internet thing.
Right, that's logical. Actually, I don't know. Well, I mean, fuck it. I already did that, so whatever.
Share screen.
Yep. Let's proceed. Well, someone doesn't want me to play these. Yeah, my internet is kind of shitting itself from time to time. Actually, it does often happen, so I don't know what's up with it. Okay, where do you go from? I don't remember. Oh, actually, I think you're supposed to jump here. Yeah, the only cool part about this level is the boss, so let me get to that as fast as I can. Oh right, I forgot to... yeah, whoops. Good thing there was nothing, I just navigated that room a little bit. There we go. Oh no, now we follow the lights, so I don't even remember what was going on in that previous part. Oh well. Yeah, very nice moch. Bitching about leeching. Symbolism. No, it's not symbolism, it's just, you know, something to pad out the level. Woo. And now it turns out the previous level was just a dream! Cool. Plot twist. Man, I should just get to the better levels though. But I kinda wanna show the boss. It was my...
The boss is a friggin' masterpiece.
yeah, it was my pride and joy back in the day. I hope it still works because it used some like custom entities. Yeah, Hazmat, I did make them. And I acknowledge they're really old and really bad in some ways, in many ways. But there are parts about them that I kind of want to show, and Hippocat asked, so I'm doing it. Yeah. And I promise when HCF starts after this level, I'm gonna play without God mode. Not gonna make it the entire thing in today's stream anyway, so might as well do something that might delay me even further. Jamie Green, this music, no one will probably recognize it, but it's from the credits of some sort of special, Christmas special with Madagascar penguins, I think. Yeah, something like that.
I already smell all those copyrights.
Well, I mean, I'm talking, this is fair use, copyright, non-infringement, whatever. I wonder if putting, look, you know, those disclaimers about fair use in the video description actually ever works.
I don't think so.
Yeah, neither do I, but people still do it. Well, Luis, that's not like... it's not, this level is keep telling me when it's broken, because I see here when the stream gets broken every time. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't really work too well today for some reason. Whatever.
It's like Woodarius just nibbling on your internet cable somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I'll start some HCF levels after this and then we'll finish. I mean, I can... I don't know. This time it resolved itself much faster than the first two times, so maybe it'll stop fucking up. Ah, yeah, share screen. You've seen it already, Hippocat, I don't need to see it.
Well, if I didn't want to see it again, I wouldn't ask you to stream.
Ooh, and some of the garlands on the tree have turned into barbed wire. Holy shit, how scary is that? And the star on top is turned into some sort of skeleton ribcage. Yeah, Champion, that's realistic enough. We had our fun yesterday and last weekend, I guess. Ooh, actually, you know what? All those like red ball decorations kind of look very slightly unsettling because they're like blood bubbles or something. I don't know. Very mildly, you know, wrong.
So tell me about all that like cool story about like the Christmas tree resisting the corruption or some shit like this.
I don't
There
remember.
was something about it.
I don't remember. There was like most of like the beginning fight and everything happened before because Sam like hit his head or something, and he dreamt up the previous level and this beginning as well because this is what is here actually, not the tree. So all that was just like, you know, the world was turning to red, scary stuff, but the Christmas tree was like slightly resisting. And this is how Santa's real factory looks. Don't ask me about these white things on the wall. I don't know what the fuck. I remember some people, I think I even have like the internet pages saved still, so I could read like some praise comments about some people were commenting how this level actually like was really unnerving to them, like at the end where you go across like a bridge of barbed wire with those tree branches on top of it scattered. So that was interesting. People are actually very impressionable. There are some Netrix messages here that I don't care to read. But basically we're following, not only has Mental stolen Santa, kidnapped Santa, but he's also stolen the Christmas tree. And we're following the branches that he left, I don't know, I guess dragging it through Santa's crazy workshop here. Ah, there's the way forward. I remember that back in the day when everyone was impressionable, including myself, I felt like in this corridor, the fact that it just kind of curves upwards and you cannot go there, but it's implied that it continues there, was slightly creepy, but very slightly. There's, you know, really like strange things like that work for me sometimes.
Okay, now I want to replay Alice.
Yeah. So I've been listening to its soundtrack on and off for the last, I don't know, some time. From time to time I turn it on and listen to it on like a random shuffle.
Man, I wish Madness Returns was as good as the original.
Yeah, the story was better, kind of, I guess, but like the atmosphere it wasn't up to par.
The levels were just too long and nothing special. Like
Yeah.
the visual style was great and the graphics were like pretty cool, but I don't know, just lacked something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was not the same. But you know what? I could kind of excuse it because Alice was meant to be older, and her Wonderland wouldn't be just such a Wonderland anymore because she is slightly more cynical, bitter and stuff. Not just an impressionable child, but that's a bad excuse, I would suppose. Oh. Leo, aren't you... I mean, there was a Leo I've known, haven't talked to him much, that made...
The one who made Mobius?
Yes. I still have Mobius, the trailer for Mobius on my hard drive. Because it's like nostalgia. But yeah, thank you. Whether you are that guy or not, but thank you anyway. Oh fuck, yeah, I forgot to have to jump off this crap. Shit balls. Well, I mean, this is what the cheats are for. It would be pretty amusing. Like it would be only more amusing if like someone like Watkins came up and said like, "Yo, I've been watching your videos." I think Watkins from was like the super old generation.
Was before my time, I think.
Yeah, before mine as well. But we actually had a conversation once on. Oh, okay. Seriously, good to know. I mean, neutral to know. We had a short conversation with Watkins at some point after she's released. He was the one that called it a evil map, like angry evil map, because it was fucking. No, I don't want to deal with this. Check how twisted and scary this is. Jumping in this ice butthole. I don't remember what you do here. I think you approach. Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe it happens on its own. There's just blackness beyond those walls. And here you can see there's, you know, chunks of ice in the black void. Ooh. Just for no good reason, there's a bunch of debris falling when you enter this room. But we're approaching the one cool part about this map, the boss. I hope it works. Since this is the original SEM installation, not like Revolution or anything, it should work. Yeah, this is the guitar string slash barbed wire slash whatever part that someone mentioned back on the forums. As like he was walking here and he realized, holy shit, this is surreal and it's getting to me. So I was honored reading that back in the day. I guess I would still be now if I read some light about my maps. Okay, there we go. The evil villain has all along been some sort of tree that got cut off. And I guess there was a spirit that possessed the tree and he was mad that someone chopped the tree down for Christmas and he was mad at Christmas and whatever the fuck. It was inspired, like the image of the boss. It's not this, I mean it's gonna turn around, open an eyes and a mouth. But generally inspired by that old Flash animation from Newgrounds called Lilium. Which was pretty cool, had a shadow creature with like white eyes, Halloween pumpkin style and mouth. You might remember earlier we took an axe out of such a stump and now he's back here with the best Alice music track. And actually like doing shit here. Let me see, I don't remember his pattern. Oh yeah, this was pretty hard to achieve. He's throwing like a homing spinning axe at us. This is, if you know anything about 3D mapping, you would know that this is pretty high level stuff, actually.
It's just like parented to a bull, isn't it?
Yeah. But still, you know, it still has to return to him on command and such. Here you have to jump, because if you stand on the ground as that happens, you get damaged. And it does it again, but a different animation. I don't remember how old I was, I couldn't really tell you. This is just some sort of Russian. Some sort of projectile shooter using projectiles that weren't used in the game. Now he's gonna break some ice, extend his roots into the blood, drink it up, and proceed into the second phase. And now he's just following us, and I think I already fucked up by waiting too long. But we have to collect pieces of, I don't know, Christmas related stuff. And each time he kind of stops and then stands back up and starts following us again. And if he reaches us, it's game over immediately. And basically the challenge, I guess, was to find the optimal route between these, which doesn't take too long between each one. And I guess I still remember it like the back of my hand. Fuck. Well, I mean, I cannot really do it without seeing, but still. Yeah, this guy was made using like some sort of property changer custom entity for Serious M. That's why it wouldn't work in Serious M Revolution, because it doesn't have it. Piece of Santa's meat or something here? I don't know.
Well, I don't know, they are adding all kinds of crap to Revolution, might as well add that.
They're kind of like working about as much as Night Dive is working on Turks, so I don't know. I wouldn't trust them to add. They're focusing a lot on multiplayer and that fucking new campaign that they are advertising, I think. Oh shit, I missed one thing. Well, good thing I'm playing with cheats. Though I do hope it doesn't fuck up the scripting and I can still... Oh, hello there, boss Thread.
Hello.
So, clear up a confusion from earlier. Should I show KYC Rescue Alternate or Ruffle Pack? They're not my maps, but, you know, would you be opposed? Yo, proper coloring and everything. Is there an ending here, or is it just like, you know, wait a couple seconds and then it ends? I don't remember. Yeah, okay. So that boss was the only cool thing.
But it was an extremely cool thing, like, I don't know, for people who don't know stuff about how Serious Sam works, probably that's not very impressive, but for people who are into, like, mapping for Serious Sam, that was the shit.
Oh, there you are in the credits here with whole pack tester.
Holy shit, I'm in the credits, I feel so important right now.
Boss thread, I would probably do it now before HSF, because most of HSF is probably going to carry over next weekend. I don't know, Champion Green, I might have mentioned it several times. I remember telling a bunch of people it over the years, but maybe not in my videos. There's a very clear story behind it. When I was in school, I was drawing comics and with just like a pencil, and the characters were pretty much inspired by my classmates, and the main character was my friend, and I was some sort of minor antagonist in there. I was like a robot with a cool skull head and everything, and obviously the word Android there, but all the characters had names that were based on the real names, so I named my character like OC, I guess you could say, Antroid. And there we go, that's pretty much that. The main character was based on a guy named Karen, and his like the comic character was Karembo, which was like super original and funny. There's all bunch of minor. What minor? Did I say minor at some point? I probably had no reason to say minor, so if I said minor, I said if I said either, I would have said minor, but I don't know. Don't convict me of any crimes here based on the word minor. We've dealt enough yesterday. Right. Oh shit, my my credits table is cool. Uber Noober, Superman, it's Mario. What the fuck was I named It's Mario at some point? Oh boy. Where's KYC Rescue? There we go.
Wait, what the fuck is Robots by Antroid?
It's just a like a corridor, not a corridor, like a vertical shaft with a texture that elevator kind of pushes you up into the ceiling and you die. It was just like, you know, first room of a level that never was. I just found some music tracks by the guy called Generic Cow, who made the Raw Cow remix, if you might remember him. And I felt like, holy shit, those tracks are great. I wanted to make some sort of, you know, black and white thing about, I don't remember, some robots taking over or something, I don't remember. KYC, so should I shed some history of this level, or do you want a boss strat?
I have no clue what this is, so I'm interested.
I think I've showed it to you, Hypocat. It's just a little joke. I'm gonna start and Bossrat can intervene if I say something wrong. So basically, he was at some point also trying to make like a serious map pack, and unless I'm completely mixed up who he is, but I believe he is who I think he is, and it was about, well, KYC is Krasnoyarsk, if I'm not mistaken, and so the story was about saving the city from some guy he knew in real life and didn't like, like we did back in Serious Sam days, so made stories like that. And this is like an alternate, I don't know, a little joke based on that idea, basically. So you start on top of a dam here. This is like, I found it hilarious, even though it's kind of half-assed, but he always had a way to make everything half-assed, but extremely hilarious in my opinion. So there's a holy shit like chopper, but first I'm gonna read, please not blow our dam, it's make cozy water flow in Story City, blah 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 blah. Unfortunately, I don't have that level where I made voices for it, which he made, like, I was flying on some perennial car and there was a bunch of fun, but I don't have it here, I don't think. Otherwise I would have shown it. Okay, so you destroyed the, I don't know why that effects holder is there or whatever. Model holder maybe. See, there's Krasnoyarsk, they're celebrating something, by the way. We're on a dam, this helicopter, blow it up. And we flood the city. Game over.
Wow.
So how cool is that?
Man, the music and that like trigger message is just like fucking the best.
I know, right? Oh man. Also, what the fuck is up with this geometry? I could never understand. But I didn't really try very hard to understand either, so whatever. Should I go do Ruffle Pack? I should go do the beginning of Ruffle Pack at the very least. Why would I be a voice actor? I cannot act. Some people have asked me to voice act for a Serious Sam level before, but I have found that I can only voice act in a not really stupid way when I like make up something on the fly, or when I say something the first time, when I don't remember how I have said it before. And if I say it first time not perfect, I try to say it again to repeat the intonations, the tone of voice, how I pronounce the words. I cannot do it in any way that sounds even remotely believable, like a character would say it instead of like, oh, I'm reading this with appropriate tone, and So
Yeah, you know, Louis,
I would really
Android
suck.
actually has some relation to games already, and there is a game on Steam that Android has worked on actually.
Worked on in very, very, very sarcastic air quotes, but I'm in the credits, so I guess I kind of am a part. But yeah, I have voice acted before for that one guy's source. That was not, it was before Source Fear Maker, just Gmode, Gary's Mode movie series about from Half-Life 2 models about something, and I voice acted as Father Grigori there with my awesome accent that I try to do a different accent. Like, I don't know. No, this accent cannot be replicated in English, unfortunately, so I'm not even gonna try.
I actually don't remember the name of the game. What was it, Android?
No
Like
chance.
Depth Hunter or something, no?
No, not Depth Hunter at all, not even close, come on. Where is the Ruffle Pack? I'm gonna just not answer
No,
that.
just fucking tell me, I don't remember.
That's good that you don't remember, I don't want anyone to remember. Where the fuck is Ruffle
Oh,
Pack?
fuck's sake, I'm gonna search for it.
Fuck, God, no, come on. Where the hell is Ruffle Pack? I have had it earlier. Yeah, Ruffle Pack there. Compound of Blood.
I'm gonna fucking search for it, Android.
You should watch Ruffle Pack. You have to translate the messages.
Okay, what's the message? You know, this actually, this particular message sounds like really familiar, somehow.
Well, it's not mine. And there's gonna be much more, so you better not L-tab out of this or anything.
Wow, what a ride! First we fell into some derelict mine, then you decided to ride a minecart that was of questionable working state, and I told you not to like go where you're not supposed to. Just explain to me why the fuck did you have to go to the vacation to the like Bermuda Triangle? I like feel bad just thinking of stories about this place, and you just decided to walk through the jungle saying, "Well, I have a fucking cannon and I don't give a shit." Well, you got what you deserved. The minecart just fall apart, throwing us into like dark abyss. And of course, we are not gonna die from this because we're playing on tourist difficulty. But it is unknown if we will ever like get out of here. While we were falling, you dropped your beloved cannon, and probably this place is like full of bloodlust zombies of all the people that been lost here before, and they are craving for your brains. Yeah, that's the message basically.
Okay. Don't go anywhere because there's a bunch more messages everywhere, like this one.
Are you fucking serious? You know, no, just no. Just do that yourself while I Google for your fucking game.
Fucking hell. Okay. Uh
Yeah, actually, what the fuck? You are fucking with me, Antroid. It is called Depth Hunter. It's called Depth Hunter 2 Deep Dive. That's the game. You fucking
okay.
cheater, Antroid.
Okay, it might be called that, but it's not a good game by any stretch of imagination. I didn't work on it in any way past, making sure some scripts work, and they probably still don't work perfectly well. So, I guess you found it. Back to translating then, keep Hypocat, come on.
Is this really necessary?
Yes, people deserve to know.
You're just fucking with me, aren't you?
I'm fucking with
Alright.
everyone.
Oh, look, it's pretty interesting. I'm not sure where we got to, but this is like very strange. To the left is the abyss with like boiling lava at the bottom. The temperature is too high, so I cannot really get any data about what's on the other side, even though my sensors can work at the temperature higher than like 1000 Fahrenheit. There is something, well, doesn't matter. To the right of us, there are some generators with very thin, like what the fuck, покрышка? What the fuck is покрышка? With like very thin cover.
I would say
And
plating.
plating, yeah, and very thin pipes that transmit something like very hot from one generator to another. I cannot understand anything yet. Just like walk around, maybe you'll find something, and I will try to scan this place a little more thoroughly. But please don't just shoot things without thinking.
Whoops. This is some fucking wiring there though. Okay, press the button.
Fuck's sake.
Oh shit, yes, right, you have to read this, I forgot.
I don't have to read this. God damn it. Well, I guess it's nice to practice like translating some bullshit from Russian into
Exactly.
English. But holy shit.
You wanna get to HSF in the future, you gotta read this.
God damn it. Good job, you enabled the mechanism that will enable us to get out of here. By the way, while you were getting to that switch, I learned a lot of interesting things about this place. I was right. There is something like abnormal beyond this abyss, because such temperatures only exist on stars. Probably something is holding this anomaly back, because such temperature can just completely evaporate our planet. Now, concerning the generators, there's like a lot of power in them. It seems that they are holding something and transmitting stuff to each other. I have an idea who might have created those, but I'm sure that the guy was a total fucking douchebag. Their shell is so thin that any tiny stone can break through it and allow everything that they are holding back to get out. The temperature of that lava that is boiling in the abyss is so high that all the time it just shits out a lot of lava comets.
Come on, this is a PG-rated stream. Keep a cat.
Oh, fuck you, I just can't be bothered. Since we fell down here, I felt that the air temperature is rising, and that affected the rate at which lava comets are emitted. That's
What?
not really a word.
No, it's not.
Whatever, fuck it. If I were you, I would just climb over those questionable pipes and I would just run the fuck away from here.
This is gonna be like super exciting cutscene here in a second. Watch out. Oh no! Oh
I
shit!
couldn't
Oh
do-
fuck!
I couldn't do even that with cameras and serious.
Well,
Why the fuck the messages? What's up with the fucking messages? We like walked 10 fucking meters and we got 3 long ass fucking messages. And Antroid fucking wants me to read them all the time. Like, what the shit is up with that? Who the fuck made this? I mean, what the fuck?
go.
Ah! Oh god, this is so exciting, but I think this is just the beginning. This space that we are in, oh my god, maybe it's better I tell you later because I'm still not sure. There is no way back, as you understand. I do not, I advise against going forward into the pitch black darkness. To the left of us there is some building and it is still emitting some strange energy. But everything is strange around here. Still to the left of us there is some little farmhouse and I'm sensing some mechanical activity inside of the rooms of that house. I suggest checking this out, but make sure to knock on the door first.
There's for some reason a huge bomb here, just suspended on the rope. Here we cannot even go. There's an invisible wall because we are Hippocat. No, well, I mean, kind of Hippocat, but Inner Town Netrix is suggesting that we don't go there. Knock the door. Okay, we knocked the door. Turn the light. That's a light bulb apparently. Okay.
Oh, where the fuck are me? I don't like this place at all, and we have to get out of here. But wait a second. I'm enabling. I'm going to
What?
enable.
Enabling.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Android. I'm going to enable anti-fear system. Okay, yeah, that's it. You shouldn't really have turned on the lights. Somebody was around, noticed us, and the door is now locked from the outside. Try to find another exit, but maybe not. Maybe that's not the best idea, because it's pitch black outside and I have no idea what's around us. Just come to this pile of, well, something, and get this buzzing chainsaw out of the flesh of those poor guys. Well, anyway, whoever the owner of this house is, he's not a good person. Maybe he's not even a person. And at this very moment, he's coming right at us. Advice: as soon as you see him approaching in the windows, through the windows, just in case, stay back and make an ambush by the doors.
I enjoy this light bulb, by the way, made out of sound holder.
Oh yeah, sound holder.
Oh no, someone's coming.
Holy shit, so scary.
I know, right?
We got to drop a bomb on him, right?
Yes.
Whoever this was, he made a way out for us. without even realizing that. Prepare your chainsaw, Sam. Let's like fuck this guy up.
Scary. Gonna be scary. I'm warning everyone ahead of time. This is real scary. I don't know why camera is doing that here. I don't know. Whew. But what could be waiting for us in the darkness?
Oh no!
What the
It's
fuck is that?
something?
It's certainly something.
I was wrong, that was not the owner of the house. The real owner apparently is coming straight at us from that dark place. Judging by his size and his growling, I wouldn't advise you to wait for him here, trying to ambush him. It is futile to run or to hide. The only way is to block the passage for him. We don't have any suitable weapons or time to think about it, so be quick. Advice, look around. Maybe that it seems that that rope is holding something, and what? And that rope is held by something else, and nothing is holding you back from like shooting that something. And then it just outright tells you like what to do. Just drop the bomb at the moment when that subject will be right under it. Otherwise, I don't know, because I was too lazy to test the fucking map.
Actually, if you just kind of walk out here, you don't get destroyed by the guy, but what you're supposed to, I might be late already. No, it worked. Check out also that physics-based tower destruction going on there.
Amazing effects.
All setting on fire and shit. Okay, now we can proceed. This wall of horror, I don't know why there's white, maybe it was a robot or something. Though the meat
Like
is
from
green.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Who could have done that to a poor innocent
Not the camera. Not the camera. Why the fuck is that guy holding like a bottle? You know, fuck you, I'm not reading this. I'm not reading this, Antroid.
While we were walking by that fence, I scanned the whole territory, well, I mean, nearly the whole territory. I was right about this place, and now I'm sure where the generators came from. I think long ago, the beginning of the good old 19th century, the USA military has built a military base right in the Bermudas to study the underground anomalies and something like that, or something like that. But something went wrong and the base vanished as if it never existed in the first place. Since that moment, this place started. No, I mean, weird things started happening in this region. Boats and planes started disappearing. That construction to the left of us is that very same base. The question is how it got here and where is here. Now, the other thing. Also to the left of us there is a waste. No, it's not a wasteland. Something like empty area. Yeah? Let's go with that. In the middle of it there is some building called called the Temple of Blood. Let's. For some reason I thought it said именуемое не иначе как, but it's just called именуемое как. That's not actually right Russian, but you know, whatever. Oh, there's chat going on, but whatever. On the altar there is an object that opens the gates of the military base. Listen! If we solve its secret, there is going to be... the military is going to owe us a big sum. To the left of the Temple of Blood there is a small farm. Why is everything is to the left? No, that's wrong. A bunch of this stuff is to the right. Judging by what was in the entry hall of it, there is something really scary going on. So don't go there if you don't need to. The only thing that is left unscanned is the gigantic complex right ahead of us. It's surrounded by some scary energy, but we don't care about it, so whatever. Judging by my database in the middle of our military base as a rocket shaft, I guess, and so a rocket that we could probably use to get out of this godforsaken place. So get that object from the top of the Temple of Blood and go to the military base. Advice. Someone on the fence, some poor souls on the fence, have been spotted possessing a sniper gun and a little bit of a health drink. You should pick that up.
So I guess
Okay.
that kind of answers my question about the health drink.
Yep.
Also, yeah, that was a nice one, boss thread. Yeah.
Which was the nice one? Did I miss something?
Well, boss thread just trolled me for deleting my shit.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, yeah, I see it now. Do you realize, I hope you realize it, because that was the only message I was gonna read. So, if you want to see it yourself, you're gonna read the rest of it.
There is the thing that we need on the top of the temple. Go ahead.
Okay, that's just an enemy message. I should have made you read the enemy message as well, but you know.
No.
Okay, this is gonna... Oh shit, right. This is gonna ruffle some... Ruffle? No, what was the phrase? Rustle some jimmies, I suppose. But that's all on boss thread, not me here.
What the fuck, Antroid? What the fuck?
What the
What
fuck?
the fuck?
I don't know.
So have we confirmed that it was actually boss thread who made this, or not?
I
Boss
think
thread,
it's
did you make this?
I think it's him. Champion, give it a rest. Come on.
Wow, man, I don't know this like idiom in English, so I'm
Making
just
a
gonna
mountain
skip.
out of a molehill. Come on, don't skip shit.
With such artillery, yeah, I said this. Artillery. With such artillery, you can completely evaporate a like transgalactical cruiser. There is no way forward and no way back. The power of fire is too strong. Quickly hide behind these like what the fuck, translate this word, Antroid.
Where I'm not following where you're reading. Hide behind.
Well, just fucking hide. You will be able to
Oh, it's okay.
escape the bullets, but not the flying dumbasses. I've noticed 5 regular guys and 2 invisible guys, so be careful. Let me scan this environment, and while I do that, just try to fight back with everything you've got. Don't waste the bullets on the flying guys. There's not too many of them here. And each bullet costs $2. And those guys seem to have lots of money. Advice, don't waste sniper ammunition. We're gonna need that. And I will try to think of what else we can do here. But don't forget to switch to chainsaw when you see the flying guys. If they bite you, get the health that spawns near you every 20 seconds. Like, fuck you, author of this map. Like, why the fuck is there respawning health in this place? This is actually what it says in the message. That's not what I am saying.
Nah, you're
All
not
those
fooling anyone.
stupid fucking mappers, they are so concerned about players complaining about like lack of supplies, basically. And because of idiots like that, we have to sacrifice the realistic gameplay. Oh well.
Wow, you're rough on this map, Hypocat.
I'm not. That's what it says in the message.
Right, sure. You have to wait a little bit before Natrix there figures out what to do next. So, before the next message, there's a little bit of a pause there.
So you're supposed to hide from the bullets here, but where are the bullets actually?
There's a bunch of like scorpion people there.
Oh.
Also, I appreciate the looping sound of the larva boss dying.
Amazing and exciting gameplay.
I know, right? Don't worry, there'll be another message soon. There we go.
Motherfucker. Motherfucker.
Hurry
God
up.
damn it. It looks like these guys are endless. It seems that something is spawning these beasts there on that farm. There is more and more of them, and ammo is like less and less that we have. Unfortunately, we are not getting any ammo or a chance to escape alive. I've noticed that some pillars are holding the roof of that building, and they seem pretty like old.
Weathered.
Yeah. How about squishing those fuckers? Advice: find the weak point in each pillar with your optic scope and smiley face. After destroying all the front pillars, you will be able to destroy the last and the most important one, the back pillar. Don't even try to shoot it before you do that. And how to translate kgam, I'm just not sure.
Kilogram by ampere, obviously. Okay, let's get on to that. Everyone's dead.
Oh, right. Now go to the base. Oh my god. Basically, that trigger message says, man, fuck that fucking serious Sam player action marker. Go and read the fucking message in the Netrix. Блять, что за ёбаный графоман делал эту сраную карту? Какого хуя, блядь? Я за всю свою жизнь столько текста не написал. Сколько этот наркоман написал за эту, блядь, карту? Чё за хуйня? Ёбаный в рот. Ёб твою мать, сука. Ugh.
Go ahead, come on.
I was right. The base is alive, and they just turned it on. Like, whatever the fuck that means. I have two news for you. Unidentified and the bad one. It is unidentified if the rocket is still in the mine after the invasion of those beasts. That was the bad news, by the way. The base is just full of alien energy. I noticed some beasts in the middle of the base and on the like security towers. So if you don't want to repeat what you just went through, just stay out of sight. There is a tower in each corner of the base. Each one has a sniper on it. If you kill one of them, everyone's gonna notice, so stay away from the towers. In the middle of the field, right over the rocket shaft, there are 5 beasts. I think you can get away without fighting them. I have found levers in each of the control rooms of that building that's right in front of us. One of these switches enables Transbridge. That's what it says. I have no fucking idea. Yeah, I don't know what this is. That's how the target of that trigger is called. That's like editor joke, I guess.
Mhm.
The other one opens the hatches of the mine, of the shaft. Anyway, you gotta open the shaft first. As soon as you get to the main building, clear it and find the way to the control rooms. To the right of the building, there is a weapon storage, but it is surrounded by a fence. Probably there is an entrance to that from the main building. Hopefully, we'll get something uh, in there that has a nice rate of fire and a huge magazine. Advice memo. Hatches should be opened first.
Okay. So, do you want to say something to Boss Threat as I go?
Boss thread, just no, just no, no. The gates are locked. Try to find another way. I don't know. Is that a serious suggestion, champion? I don't know. Maybe I could. I don't know.
He probably means like reading it out loud, doing an audiobook. Also translating on the fly from Finnish or whatever. Huh.
Oh wow, what's this? I wonder how that works. Oh my god. Error messages.
I know, right? But check this out. More huge cool physics shit. After it shoots the car. Whoa!
Amazing.
Yeah, fun fact, I think I was killed by this wheel the first time I did this. Because I stepped back here afraid of the explosions. And either this pipe or the wheel, I don't remember exactly, but basically it shot the fuck out of that car. I don't think we're gonna finish this one because there might be some model glitches.
The doors to the left are locked, but the doors to the right are not. They lead to the canteen and to the storage. Just go there.
Basically the message is longer than the screen. Yeah, some models like here, for some reason some textures aren't there. Or stuff, I don't know. Maybe I'll try. But the funny stuff kind of stops after this, if I remember right.
Oh boy, that sound of the door.
Yep. I like the mix here of technology and, you know, not technology. So TV without a texture. I think he insisted that it worked right for him, but it was like textures from Warped or some other place or something, I don't remember his excuse.
Probably, like Warped has its textures in some like obscure folder, and some people just copy paste the grow file of Warped into the Serious M main directory, and then they use the textures, and then they don't work for anyone. Something
Well, I
like
mean,
that.
I've done my fair share of that warp textures, always had to tell people, yo, unpack the grow files in places. I didn't really pay attention to what that did actually. Might open this, I don't know. I like the trippy texturing on everything there.
What? Oh, I'm too lazy to make weapons that you can pick up, so just use the default weapons or something. I don't know. I'm not sure I understood what the fuck that meant.
Yeah, I think that's probably close to what it meant. Messages about... nah, just default messages.
Feedback fuel tank. The fuck is this?
I'm assembling a rocket launcher here. Did it say 3 rockets has been collected? Because that would be kind of funny.
I didn't pay attention. Oh, come on, really? Why the fuck would you use the default models for anything?
Oh, says the button.
Is this the one that opens the hatches? Yeah, I guess so.
No, I think the hatches were different. This is something else. I think the hatches he meant like the above the rocket that's gonna fly out of the shaft. Or something, I don't remember.
This game sucks.
Okay.
Okay, kill that guy, I guess.
Yeah, because if you shoot the guy, everybody will notice, but if you shoot a guy with a giant ass fuck off cannon, nobody will.
Yep, stealthing through this, despite there's an alarm, but who cares about that? No, this isn't something I pick up. So where's my fucking rocket launcher? I should have assembled it already. Oh well. I guess I picked up all the parts since the door opened. Do these open now? Yes, they do. There's some sort of boss encounter left here that I don't remember how to beat, but other than that, whoosh! Might as well actually stop now, but you know. No, the big messages are also stopped, so like the funny part, as I said, the funny part is over, unfortunately.
Something's in the house. Be careful.
Something's in the house. I like how parts are in English and parts are in Russian. This is Half-Life.
Half-Life got nothing on this.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, circumstances.
You're never gonna arrive, my ass. Yeah.
God damn it, something fell on us and broke the ventilation tunnel. It seems that it is after you. We are in the army storage, and that's good. In one of the corners, there is a switch that enables the rocket turret. Probably the backup one, since it's in the storage room. But I'm not sure if it works correctly. In the other end, there is a medical room. If during the battle you get hurt, you can always use the medkit. Also, I've just received data about our Black Rider, whatever the fuck that is. Ah, this is the monster made out of brushes that almost ate us in that little house. It emanates very powerful energy, and you wouldn't want to touch it. Also, he is carrying some weapon with him. Be careful, I don't like this. Advice, don't even try to kill that guy with bullets. He doesn't care about anything but fire. Think about how we exploded the one just like him. Try to use the turret and lead him into the center and shoot him with the rockets. But be careful. Everything is super old and probably doesn't work right, so stay away while it shoots.
I like the spelling here of the word normalnyo. Oh well. Heyo. So yeah, cool boss. Oh fuck, that's his health. Right. I've never actually, I don't think I've ever beaten this. I could never beat it correctly, but he is reassuring me that when he does it, it works. Maybe if I press it actually and then lure him back out. Or I could just give myself a rocket launcher and just kill him like that.
It kind of looks like the rockets are slightly passing through him.
Yeah. Also kinda looks like I'm stuck. I also enjoy the default texture on the underside of it. Yeah. Whoa. Might kill him with splash damage though. I mean, since it's a brush, but it's burned into something, the collision is gonna be fucked.
Finally, he's dead. Now we can come up to the upper control rooms and activate our shaft.
Let's activate our shaft, yeah. Gotta wait for the debris to clear.
So you cannot actually do this in the wrong order, can you?
I think we can. Check out the army buildings there. Right. Because the other switch extends the bridge, and if you extend the bridge first before doing that, the bridge is gonna be destroyed by shit falling on it. I think that's probably the logic behind it. And I think you just kinda get fucked if you do that. Or maybe it's not possible, I'm not sure, I don't remember. What the fuck is that thing on the wall? Hello! Oh! I accidentally skipped that, but it's probably just showing the trans bridges extending. I don't remember where to go from here. This is death. I don't know. Is it death? Oh, might not be death. Yay!
Trans bridge is activated. Now go down there. Oh, what the hell?
How the fuck should I know? No! And that was supposed to be next level, but it's not. Okay. Though, Hypocrite, I wanted to remember something. HSF also is all in Russian.
Oh fuck's sake. Well, HSF is different. Well, I just wanna like make it clear. Like I was only upset because Antroid made me read all that, and well, obviously you could see that this is like very amateurish and like poorly done. But you know, this is the kind of stuff. That's usually the most interesting,
Yep.
because noobs in level editing, they just do the craziest and most interesting things, even though they might not be like very well executed, but they are certainly like very amusing to look at, and I approve of this, you know.
My levels are kind of in the middle. Somewhat amusing, somewhat well executed. Also, I just found out that apparently those underwater domes are actually accessible through the map, so through the game.
Все говно наступлено в. I am looking forward to translating this.
I mean, that sounds better in English.
Yeah.
Is this a thing? Oh, right, there's this thing.
This is.
Back when HSF At the short period where it was supposed to be a mod. This would be the intro that plays when you just launch the game but don't like press escape for the menu. Yeah, I think there's those fucking frogs somewhere here behind the trees.
Oh god, the frogs.
Check out the button, like the X button actually gets pressed there before the window disappears. Oh, there's the frogs there, you could see. Behind the house. Also, it's all synced to the music and everything. And of course this intro is not done because nothing is ever done.
You know, I don't think I ever seen it.
Very possible. Yeah, there was supposed to be like, this was like a monitor and the logo would show up on it. There's a fair amount of secrets in my levels, so I think it's kind of like I started forgetting about them at some point, but I might remember some. Okay, this is the proper intro with like, I think it is at least. Oh, it's the other half of that, I guess. Never mind. Editor screen. There is somewhere around here. This is the intro. Okay, okay. Now here I'm gonna have you translate stuff here because there's dialogue and such.
Summer, 5 a.m. Serious Sim's apartment.
I don't want to pause because the music is synced with everything, so I'll have to do it quickly.
I'm not sure I'll be able to do it, but I'll try. Sam is listening.
Goodbye, Vice Commander.
Stop sleeping, Sam. We're giving you a new task. Oh, that's just great. Yawns. I just had a vacation. Stop crying. Just listen to me.
With your eyes.
Yeah, I'm listening. Whatever. There is a mental space on Earth. Oh, there haven't been any before. They are like super annoying. Yeah, this base is on the water. So grab your boat and swim to the headquarters. We will teleport you. Well, I could just swim to the fucking base. Shut up, I am the boss, I know better. Alright, I am swimming away. Oh yeah, goodbye, Vice Commander.
Check out this directing and, you know, cutscene directing, I guess it's still directing. Cinematography. There was some better stuff later, if I remember right. It should have survived. But still, I loved syncing everything up to the music and all that. Oh, you know what? The sound of the boat was recorded from GTA San Andreas, actually. In that little pool of water beside that one police station, I think, or the dam or something.
Have some fun.
Yeah. Ah, well, nothing is finished, but you know, whatever. Minigame time.
This is actually also very impressive in terms of like making this in Serious Editor.
The most impressive stuff is the fake collision detection here with the rocks, because it's not based on collision or anything, it's based on like timing of your jumps and the rocks and everything.
And the writing on the boat says something like serious boat for Serious Sim.
Yep. Though if you like, I think the last half, the second half of this is more impressive, but there's not actually any, I didn't get around to making like obstacles or collisions there, but like controlling the boat, this is just jumping, but the other half is slightly cooler.
Can you just crash into something just to show off how it works?
The last stroke possible. So yeah, they're supposed to be dodging like Mario Brothers 1 style coral blocks or something around here. When you hear that sound from Mario, it's when I'm pressing mouse buttons. So basically it's like the Mario physics from swimming, for swimming.
So I'm guessing you just didn't add any stuff here.
Yeah, this is where I kinda gave up, and I'm gonna do it later because, you know, I was switching between levels, what I was working on, not finishing anything. There are a couple that are finished, but they're all pretty old and shitty. Yeah, actually yeah, Flappy Bird, like years ahead of time. And I don't think anything happens when the progress bar finishes there, so... There was supposed to be a cutscene when there is like that wooden trampoline on the water and we just from it, basically from it on the boat, and the first level of the game reflects what happens after that. Let's go. Old headquarters. Get ready, Hippocat.
Oh, the headquarters. Sam, what's wrong with you? You're still asleep? Where did you come? This is our first headquarters. Remember the one we accidentally ordered to build by some designer instead of an architect? Yeah, the one without any like practical planning, which is just some confusing system of halls and corridors. But there might be some transportation device here. Your boat is not in working condition right now, so I recommend you look around.
Basically, the story was that the original base of the Earth, like military headquarters, Space Marines or whatever. Also, this is glitch. This is a glitch. This white part is supposed to be black. I don't know why it's reverted to white.
Is this MDK music or what?
Ah, it's Paper Mario 1. Come on.
Ah, okay.
And so, like, they hired, instead of someone proper to build like a military compound, they hired someone who was like a Quake level designer. Level designer, so he made the Quake level instead of a proper military base. And you have to get through it. I kinda like how I made like the fake reflections in the water. And like the little horizon thing. People didn't think of that back in the day, but you know, there's a little bit of a gradient before, like on the horizon. There, it goes lighter, like as if there's fog there, but it's not. It just adds a lot to like the just vast ocean. It looks better than if it wasn't there, basically. Oh right, I promised to play without God mode. No, I'm still on tourist, so that's not. Let's play on normal. I don't know why I started on tourist. I guess it's a habit. You can see for a second there, like the background changes from black to green. There's a technical reason for that. And this track is from Super Paper Mario. Basically, this level is for some reason just the music is from Mario.
Oh boy. Well, okay, I'll have to, won't I? You need a key card which has the color of the sea during sunset with a little mix of grape juice in the what's the word?
Proportion problem.
In the proportion of 3 to 2.
Funny, right?
Yes.
Secret number 1. You were asking boss threat. This I remember.
You found a secret. I thought it would be something like more amusing,
sideways.
like arbitrary on top of the lift secret has been found.
Yeah.
Be careful, Sam. This base has been captured by the aliens.
Captured.
Well, taken over. Shut up. All your bases belong to us.
Yep. The staircase hurt you because, I don't know, radiation from that pool of whatever. Come on. What? Okay. Okay, you guys, you can just fuck off. I'm not sure if there is like a blocking thing here preventing them from falling down there, or... Because I remember sometimes you would shoot them and they would just kind of jump over this. But whatever. Yeah. This fucks with you in Serious Sam because on Tourist everyone has like half the health and you get habits of killing people certain ways that don't work anymore in normal difficulties. Like using a double shotgun blast for a bull or, you know, one knife for a skeleton. Okay, there is some sort of sniper secret around here. There was that little armor bonus in the rafters. Okay, this part is pleasant because when you use your knife on these guys, they in a very satisfying way sometimes fall in that vat. Yeah, like that, that's cool. Goodbye, Sabiente.
Goodbye.
Yeah, we'll probably be here next week finishing up H7. Now to remember where the fuck there is a button.
There's a button.
There is a button somewhere. I think on the side where the armor was, or maybe... Ah, yeah. I guess you have to drop here, walk back around. Well, we have solutions for that. Thank you, Luis. I mean, this is one of the later levels. Yeah. Whoa. This is one of the later levels, so it's almost competent. The latest level was, as we've said, the Paklatska, the Winter Night one. But there is quite a chronological, like after this level, what comes is the first level of this map pack that was like way like fucking dozens of years before everything else, and before I even had any idea that I was going to start trying to make a map pack of any kind. And it's like the shittiest piece of shit you could ever imagine. And it is placed, because of the story, right after one of the latest levels, but you know, none of this ever came to fruition, so whatever. I kept changing the story, I kept thinking that I would you know, redo the levels, the shitty ones, then I just kind of thought to remove a bunch of the shitty ones, then I decided to redo everything, and at that point everything died. But I'm probably saving the idea, like some of the storyline ideas.
Everything is like grown over here because of the alien influence.
This is hilarious gag here with the helicopter landing pad and a fancy ass H, which defeats the point because it's supposed to be like aligned with the helicopter, you know, thingamajig's legs, whatever you want to call them.
Skids?
Maybe. Yeah. I wanna warn everyone that I was never good at doing interesting battles. Mine were pretty much always drawn out and kind of like everyone's coming from like two places or one place. Or just, you know, spawning a scorp, whatever these guys are called, I forget. Or a reptiloid.
Arachnoids.
Yeah, right. Spawning one of them somewhere far away and it being like the only monster I have to kill tediously just by looking at it and holding the mouse button.
All beasts have been destroyed.
some reason these lamps make me think of you, Hippocat. Wasn't there like, didn't you try to make model like this at some point, or what
Yeah,
was,
I
what was
did
your
try,
goal?
except I had no idea how to make models back then, and
Okay.
it didn't really work.
Also, fun fact, the texture of that pipe, those pipes over there, it's a door texture. I think we'll see it a bit later. I randomly applied it to a cylindrical model that I already had, and I figured, oh, it looks kind of like a neat little pipe with a suspension thingamajig and, you know, circles and everything, so left it like that. We'll see the texture as an actual door, I think, in the second part of this level later. Ah yeah, this door as well.
Need the green keycard! Well, that one was easy to translate.
Yeah. I had no doubts about you, Hippocat. I knew you could do it. Invisible wall! Okay, and that over there, there's one more green door, so I'm not even gonna go there, and that's one of those purple doors. With a fancy ass name. I hope you remember how you translated this color first time.
Oh boy, the keycard that has the color of the sea at sunset with the mix of grape juice in proportion of 3:2.
And Luis, to answer your question, no, I've never uploaded to anywhere and I'm not going to, because it's not finished, it's just, you know, a bunch of stuff that I started. And it's not fun to play, most importantly. Also, it's neither a mod nor a hack. It's a map pack. Or, I guess technically just a map, because it's just...
Map пробел дефис пробел пак.
Yep. They aren't even connected, these maps, so... Well, Leo, it's very simple. It was the overly ambitious project that I kept rethinking the story about and the levels, and I started it very early before I, like, we won't get to the shit levels, the early levels today, but you've seen Christmas Tale, and you've seen, actually you haven't seen, no, there was that horror thing, basically even worse than that, and I spent so long working on it, and by the time I started making something competent, I was completely dissatisfied with the earlier stuff, so I had to rework a lot of things, and I just kept trying to make the story slightly neater, cleaner, without unnecessary parts, and at some point I decided that everything was shit, I kind of want to just do everything from scratch, and I just kind of... fuck that. And especially since after, you know, Simomania died, and there is not enough of an audience for a serious Sam map pack at this point. Maybe just whatever that site is called, I keep forgetting. Serious site, I guess. Just the sole Russian community left, which I don't appreciate very much, because back when it got started, there was just a, you know, Russian communities in general on the internet. Some are just depressing. What did I say? On the internet are just depressing. So I don't really want to associate with that. And though I know that Steam Workshop allows you to upload maps with music from other games and doesn't take it down, so technically, you know, if I really wanted to, I could probably make an HSF and release it, but it would be something completely new from scratch, because I'm not fucking releasing this shit. But I guess Hippocat had a point that I might as well record it.
This is fucking history.
Yeah, fucking history. History of failure and embarrassment. Oh shit, a bunch of people.
History of great ideas.
Yeah, well, I mean, I am the personification of history of great ideas, because that implies that there is nothing but ideas, and that's kind of like what I do. Where is that fucker? There we go. Yeah, that's like for the fans, for the hardcore fans. Where am I going? Alright, I found that card, Hypocat, would you mind repeating the color of the card to say?
The card that has the color of the sea during sunset with a mix of grape juice in proportion of 3:2.
Yes, I found that card, and now I can open the doors of the color. Hypocat, would you mind repeating the card? No, never mind. Something exploded. If you come here in time, you see the smoke clearing. But it's implied that this, like, whatever this was, stairway, had been exploded immediately, like, before we came into that room. But yeah, this would be actually a nice level to end today's stream on, because it's like, it's at least interesting and somewhat competent in parts. Has interesting parts, like that one fight with a bunch of elevators, the two elevators that keep delivering monsters from beneath the floor. I thought that was well done, rather. Almost works all the time. But yeah, other than this one and like one more, this one is the only good finished one, good-ish finished level. Most of the arts are either shit or unfinished, unfortunately, but oh well. So if you go up this elevator, we should right now, there's gonna be a green door that leads to that one place that I pointed out earlier, with invisible walls and everything. Yep, champion Paper Mario. All of it is Paper Mario music. And boss said I think a bunch of scripting would break if I tried playing this in co-op.
Yeah, it's not as easy as just adding a second start. You really have to like think ahead when you're making a co-op level.
Yep.
This is from some prank, I think, right?
Yeah, phone prank. I was making this level listening to, what was it, like Pussy Faggot pranks on loop. That actually sounds even better in English than it does in Russian, I think.
But I don't think it really conveys the message. Press the button! Can you hear me or can you not? Can you hear me? Why are you stuck there? Press the button!
Okay, Hypocat, no need to keep nagging. Bam. There's the elevator room here. Better collect all this health before. I might as well collect all the bullets as well. Oh, right. Okay, shut up. This was hard as fuck to do without having it glitch out in every way, because you know moving brushes aren't really friendly with enemies and enemy parts. Oh fuck. I'm gonna get dead. Yeah. And of course I don't have enough for you. And I don't think I can... Well, I mean I could use the bolts or just do this. Okay, I guess that's it.
L O L.
Thanks for translating that, Hypocat. That's the green card. Now, after the fight is done, we can actually enter the elevators. Now, Down there. Oh no, missed one of the pills. Oh well. Actually, this is a kind of alright layout for the Doomish level because, you know, loops back in itself. Like, this is the part where you have to backtrack, unfortunately, but it's pretty short. And it kind of loops around through itself and actually kind of works pretty nice. Would have been a nice Doom level, almost. Nothing mind-blowing or original, but you know. The standards of interconnectivity have been upheld. I guess you have to repeat this corridor again, but we'll go to the other green door that was earlier there. And we find the transportation that Netrix told us about in the message before. Secret. I actually both said I'm not sure if there was... Might have missed one. I don't remember any secrets, to be honest. I don't think there are any. Oh no, shit! Right! There's the best fucking secret in all of HSF coming up. Yeah, the one that I spent an entire fucking day working on. That's gonna be fun. I think Packet liked it last time he saw it. So let's go. Transportation. It's gonna be...
don't know what secret are you talking about.
You'll probably remember it as I start, you know, working towards finding it, let's just say it that way. It's kind of a funny thing. But yeah, it's the only secret remaining on this level, and during the last part of the level where it's... Actually, fuck! I was saying that the level is complete. This level is not complete, this level is unfinished. It's also just kinda ends. Well, I mean, Mineral War, none of this is complete. I don't think, well, I mean, yeah. The only levels that are finished and can be played from start to end are the shit ones from way before. Ah, yeah, forgot to just have a pan over. That's the door texture, by the way, over there. And this little space station. Yeah, Louis, I mean, this game has atomic gun, so... The little balcony and the chimney thing in a space station. There's Earth, we just flew from down there, somewhere in the ocean. I kinda enjoy how I did the glare of the sun without any fucking lens flares, just the screen whitening. Just accidentally stumbled upon the parameters. Hazmati, this is a bit late to start questioning the physics. And of course these wooden logs here to serve as door.
Are these the same logs from Christmas Tale?
Might be, you know. Or I might have redone them from scratch. Also, this just like makes no sense geometrically. This place is bigger from one... Like in here there's a gigantic room with a gigantic wall. So, you know. Though, unlike say Doom, back in Series M you actually had to work to achieve this, because through like polygons that would show sky, you would be able to see parts of a level that would be behind them.
You would?
Yeah, sometimes you would. You couldn't just, you know, place a portal polygon and just expect nothing to show up through it. Sometimes it would glitch like a little bit. But yeah, you know, Hazmati, this actually was a little dig at Quake 1 all around, like, all around? What the fuck am I even talking about? All
Around.
No. Whatever, the whole time. Luis, I might have recorded, I don't know actually about this level, but I might have recorded my other levels for YouTube.
There are trailers that are still available.
Yeah. Huge floating cyber monster. There is a boss that could be described as that. But yeah, this little space station, I don't remember the story behind it, but it is getting kind of like merged with some sort of medieval castle. There you could see the wooden parts and the stone bricks for no reason in the wall. And in the end it was supposed to be that you get like, you find a teleport and you get teleported to some sort of Quake 1 dimension. There's chains just kind of hanging from it. And then you get pulled out of it before you can start actually playing. And I was planning to make like a camera pan around the level that looked like, oh holy shit, it's gonna be an interesting level. Grenade launcher there, everything like monsters coming up, and then you get pulled out of it. Okay, the secret is over there behind the armor little thingy. Oh shit, you, right. Better not get fucking killed here.
That moment when you have like 10 health and hear an arachnoid.
Hehe, yeah. Alright, Hippocat, tell me when you remember.
Oh. I don't remember, but I like where this is going.
Oh, okay, that's maybe even better. So we'll get another as if first time reaction. So we find a little bit of an anvil here suspended by chains on the side of the space station. So what do we do? Of course, break the chains. Genuinely spent a day working on this fucking secret.
Oh my god.
Yay!
This is brilliant.
I knew you'd like it because you would have liked it before already once. So unless your personality changed completely, you should have liked it again. Gameplay. Not actually even gonna go there.
It would be mildly amusing if you had something similar where you like drop like an anvil from space and then like 3 levels in the future it just falls on someone and kills someone.
Kind of like that cow launching from Earthworm Jim, I guess. Thank you, Hazmati. Yeah, that's like the funniest part of this whole thing. And thank you, Leo, as well. My proudest moment, the fucking anvil secret.
I'm slightly upset that the anvil didn't have like re-entry fire effects.
Well, fuck off with that shit. Ah, boss said I almost not immediately got what he was saying. Also, this is a little trappy thing because it's very extensive. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna jump over, but you have to actually drop from above. Oh, I don't remember if it shoots ever, but let's see. Does it shoot? I guess I deactivated it. Yeah, this is pretty much the last room of the level also. I kind of like how it looks in general, just, you know, this little window to the outside, the lighting, that up part there. I think I learned from Flashback that if you have lines that sometimes break into diagonal and then go back straight, it looks very futuristic and cyberpunkish and everything. Hazmati, this is, I think, from Super Mario Galaxy 1. Originally there was a similar music track from Super Paper Mario to keep up the consistency of Paper Mario music, but I decided this one was cooler. Yeah, there's this little stone tile floor, and this is where the level stops. And appropriately enough, it's exactly the minute where I stop the stream. So, I guess I could do a little teaser of the future. The next stream I'm gonna go through the rest of them. Probably not gonna have enough time for all of it, so next weekend is probably occupied solely by HSF shit. And most of these are pretty small and just, you know, rooms. Oh, hello, Crazy Frog. Just rooms or something. This is a little cutscene. But some of them are pretty big levels, and a few of them are even complete, and some of them have interesting stuff in it. So, what should I could probably... Ah, you know what? Someone mentioned a boss flying cyber thing magic. Maybe that's this one.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
This is also pretty cool boss.
Yeah.
But I still like the tree more.
Actually, I do as well. It was slightly like this is... Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna fight it tomorrow when I get to it in the story, but, you know, just a little teaser. If this was the one you were thinking about, or whoever you were, I don't remember who said it. Okay, we'll see there. Did I say tomorrow? Next weekend. But yeah. Ocularis, whatever, let's not translate this yet. Hippocat, you should mentally prepare for reading a lot of stuff and translating on the fly next weekend. You got to work for what you ask.
Okay, this is fair, I guess.
So yeah, thank you all for joining me today for this compilation of smaller level parts and a few of boss strats levels. There was one I might be bothered to find it and get it working in the game, or maybe no, showing it from the editor's out the question. I don't. But maybe I'll be able to find it and then somehow save it in a way that would make it possible to play from the game. There's a little bit of an amusing level where like Sam is fighting me flying on a perennial from Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto in space and some stuff. I don't remember too well, but I remember that I think I might have recorded like voices for it for myself, or I might have not have. There's something. So yeah, for now. Also, Errol, where do you know HC from? Are you someone I know secretly? Whatever. See you all next weekend. So yeah, for now, goodbye everyone. Goodbye Hippocat,
Goodbye.
and goodbye myself, I suppose. Also, I just understand. I just noticed the sim didn't die again after that one time where Champion Green said I predict another one in half an hour. So haha, fuck off. Actually, no, don't fuck off. I mean, now you can fuck off, but you should come back in a week. So yeah, goodbye.
Goodbye.